We're live. What's going on? Welcome to the short bus. Of course, we got Sam up here. We got Noel. We got Cass, and we're going to talk about. I kind of get the situation with Mark out of the way because just to prove that he is a predator, I'm going to show some chats up here because he's 100% a predator, man. The Mark Sullivan, and what do y'all think?
Well, let's hear Cassie first. Let's let Cassie talk because she was the decoy on this. So yeah, even me would like to hear how really it went down.
So, Mr. Mark Sullivan, there is no denying that that man is not a predator. He was definitely in my chat logs. He absolutely messaged me first, got sexual first. Right after I told him the age, even, he sent multiple pictures, videos, voice messages, video messages of him speaking. And he was asking about my friends, asking about myself, telling me what he wanted to do to me. I personally didn't even know he was a catcher until I brought it to Ethan's attention, that I had a catch lined up, and he informed me that he was working for Noel and told me that he wanted to contact Noel first and see what he wanted to do about it because he was on his team. So we went from there.
Wow, that's wild.
And it was crazy, guys. It was crazy when it took me a minute to overcome this betrayal, because when you're working with a team, you build a love towards your team. It's like a family. It's like you guys is family. You guys spend so many times working together that you guys turn like a family. When it was brought to my attention, my heart went to my stomach. My stomach started getting sick, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe my eyes. Uh, it was his voice. It was him conversating. The age was told. So I did what a predator catcher would do. One that is serious was to set up the meeting. Set up the meeting. He was selling some sneakers, and I told him I wanted the sneakers for my brother. That my brother wear the size 12. I told him come bring them, and when he came to my house, I told him, okay, we'll deal with the sneakers later on. We got a catch at the dock. And the catch was him. The only reason I did it is because they present the evidence that indeed he was a predator. Indeed, he has sent pictures of his penis and video masturbating and talking nasty to the minor that he thought it was.
And the minor that he thought it was actually decoy Cassie. And right here you can see, I mean, right here, how old are you? I'm 15. How old are you? And then Mark Sullivan, he says, oh shit, I can't talk to you. And then, okay, sorry, I don't mind, but we have to talk, have to talk. You don't have to talk if you don't want to. At your age, and I'm them people who set people up think I'm young. So he knew what he was jumping into 100%. He threw his age out, even like kind of was like, I am a catcher right here.
Yep, he did. He even said, I am them people who set people up.
But why no catch?
What?
Why no catch? Why did you guys have to do what you did to get him? Why didn't you meet him so it can show that he met the kid for sex?
Because of the extent that it was and the proof that we had. He wanted to meet, he wanted my friends, and he was there already. So, of course, I'm going to take it. He needed exposed for the things that he was doing.
You're misunderstanding my question. Why didn't you guys do the catch as in him setting it up as it was the chats. Meet him, let him think he met for sex.
Rather than the shoe deal.
Yeah, because it looks shady. That's why people are wondering. I get.
Well, you know why I did it that way?
I live an hour away from where the catch was, and I was actually leaving that day, and he was in the area. I like I said, we already had the evidence.
Yeah, I get that part 100%. I'm just saying.
I think the shady thing here. What was shady here was being a predator. Being a predator and working.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying when you have a catch and they're willing to meet, go to the end instead of making your own end result. That's all I'm saying.
Right. No, and I understand what you're saying. But like I said, I was already on my way out that night and it just needed done. So that's what we did. We went forward with him already being with Noel and me already being with Ethan and just meeting.
So
I felt
around here about 2 years already. He's an active predator catcher. He's doing predator catches. He's active. We had to get it. They wanted to get it done and over with. So he don't have to do this and keep doing it because he was doing it, catching, talking to people. He was getting better on talking to kids. He was going to get better to talk to kids. He was going to know how to talk to them then because he knows there's people out here catching them.
Yeah, he felt secure.
A little bit of how to do it. That's why he was kind of sleep with it, and that's why they wanted to get it done in quick because he could have kept doing it and more, because he's got the training already to do how to do it.
And I felt I felt that, like I was saying right now, I felt like the shady part was he caught about, I'd say, 8, 9 predators while he was with me. And I felt betrayed. He insulted my intelligence. And I felt by him doing that behind my back, being a predator catcher, yes, I'm going to be the one setting it up. I'm going to be the one telling you, yeah, we got a catch that you'll think that we're going to go get somebody, but you're the catch. You're the catch. I want you to be embarrassed of what you're doing because that was shady.
So
one of the most interesting thing to me is him being an actual catcher and knowing all this decoy information and catching information, and then him turning around and being a predator. That is just straight sick that somebody would do that.
Noel,
it's very disappointing, and it hurts.
It is.
But I think he should have been treated no different than a regular predator. No special treatment.
No, he didn't. Exactly. He was the catch.
That's the point. There was no special treatment for him. He got caught.
Right.
Like he needed to.
He was
right
caught,
then and there.
It was set and he was caught.
You took control of the situation and you decided when he was caught instead of him saying, let's meet.
Because of the circumstances, absolutely. And us being predator catchers have every right to do that.
I'm just going by what I see.
Right. I mean, just because it was Mark Sullivan.
Right. Doesn't mean that he can just
he
get
was
away.
Not going to get no sympathy from me. I was not going to put no sympathy in there.
No, I personally did the chat log myself. He was typing those messages to me. I'm the one that saw him masturbate. I'm the one that saw everything that I didn't need to see, that he thought was a 15-year-old minor that he wanted to go meet and her friend. Yeah, boy, you're getting caught. I don't care if it's over some sneakers or if you think you want to go meet up with this girl. You did what you did and it's done.
Yeah, Sabrina's just asking why didn't it go down like a normal catch would? That's all she's asking.
100%.
Yeah, because there wasn't going to be no sympathy in there.
It was a normal catch.
Special treatment is how I see it.
Yeah, we wasn't going to give him no
special treatment. It's called getting the job done and getting him out of the way, getting him exposed.
Ready to be exposed, and they asked to meet. Let's go. Not when we decide.
And this man is very sneaky. He could do this to other 15-year-old girls. He could be sending pictures and videos to them and never meet up.
I get it.
We had the opportunity there, and we got it done.
But
Exactly.
There's no sympathy. There's no sympathy. There's no favoring. It was an easy and simple catch of somebody that thought that because he was a predator catcher, nobody was gonna know what he was doing behind my back and my team's back. You was being very sneaky with what you was doing. So I was sneaky and getting you here and getting it done.
Are you hearing me, Noel?
I hear you.
What are you hearing me say? He didn't meet for sex.
Why we didn't win and let Mr. Ethan do the catch and set up the meeting?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, that's not what she's saying.
At all. 100%. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, so what is it saying?
The kid for sex, the decoy. Follow through. We have a job to do, don't we?
Okay, so here I'll put it for you this way.
Hold on.
I'll put it for you this way. Say a 13-year-old girl contacts me and says, hey, there's this guy named Mark Sullivan. He's been sending me pictures of his penis and videos of him masturbating. He said he wanted to meet up with my friends, but he never followed through with it. That is still sexualizing children, regardless if he ever went to meet up with that real 13-year-old girl or not. That was me. Okay. I was in that position and he needed taken care of. So that's what we did.
What she's trying to say is
she's not
go ahead, Sam. Go ahead. With our experience decoying and catching, right? You're more likely to get an arrest if the predator's there to actually meet the child. That's what we're trying to say. So Mark would have most likely gotten arrested if he was there to meet the child rather than to buy some sneakers.
Now, under the circumstances with Erie Police Department, it wouldn't have worked that way. That is another reason why we never called the police, because when we are out there and we try to contact them, they don't want to help. So why would we even go that route if we already knew what the outcome would be?
So are you saying you couldn't get him to an area that could arrest or would arrest?
Correct.
You always try to do it correctly.
The point that she's saying is that Erie Police, no matter what, we show them proof or not, they won't do nothing. They access to send the email to them and with the proof and everything, and they'll follow up on the case. And they never follow up with no cases. They never get done. We never got contact. Like the catch that we did on 10th Street, Noel and Cassidy, on with the guy with the on the store, his dad on the store over there on Parade Street. What's it called?
So. No matter what we think a cop's going to do or a DA is going to do, no matter what, we always try first to do it correctly, no matter what we think is going to be the outcome. 100%.
Well, we still have the evidence and it still could be submitted. Also, I do want to say I am very new to this. I've only been doing this for about 6-7 months now. I also have talked to law enforcement and they have given me very good tips and told me the people I should be talking to. And so I have made a lot of changes even since that catch of the way I do things and the way things needed to be taken care of.
I will say, please turn that evidence in. I mean, 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like the catches that I did today. I did some catches a few days ago. I did a catch about a week ago. And it took me to today to turn all these evidence, even the ones that didn't came to the meeting, I turned them into the law enforcement. Once they send me a link, even the one that I was here and I said, listen, I got these chat logs on these predators that I wasn't able to have contact with. They looked at it. They took pictures, took the evidence, took my statement, and get it done. But not everybody does it the same way. You know,
okay,
I am building my trust. I am building my trust with these laws enforcement to where they see that what I do is not about clouds. I don't care about how many people like my page or put the thumbs up. What I do care is if I get an incarceration. What I do want is these predators out of the street. Mr. Mark Sullivan, well, doing the shot lock my way or in my style.
Shit, Noel.
You know, doing it in my style. I mean, they taking it from me. They taking it from me. They don't have a problem the way I'm doing it.
So
the law enforcement never said, Noel. The law enforcement never told me, and I sent every evidence to the law enforcement. They never say, hey, Noel, the way you did this chat lock is not right. You're not supposed to be sexual first. They don't tell me that. They like the way I work.
You know why? You know why? Legally, they can't give you any tips. The reason why they're not supposed to give you any tips on what you're doing is because if you do something wrong, they can be liable for what you're doing.
Yeah.
Exactly. So far, it's going good. So far, I got a lot of connections, a lot of detectives that is in contact with me in my personal phone. I got their phones. They got my phones. They like what I'm doing. I must be doing something right.
Wait, you just agreed with Sam, but then you said they like what you're doing.
They like what I'm doing. They like what I'm doing.
Like what you're doing. I've never
because of the actions, the way they talk to me, the way they take in my material. Yes, I'm getting things done. You know, things is getting done. Things is getting done. Right before I came to this broadcast, they came to do a statement on a predator that I caught 4 days ago. They even closed the door on my face. I send the evidence straight to that law enforcement, that detective. I'm not going to mention his name because that's my connection, not yours. I sent all the evidence to his personal phone, and they were here today. Go on my page. They was here today to pick up more information, get my statement, so we could build a case. They took my chat log. They didn't have no problem by taking my chat log and building a case on this guy. You know, and I feel like too bad for those that do it different. Like I say, my style is different. I am aggressive with it. I'm not playing with these predators. I'm not going to lose my time. I don't care how other predators work. They chat logs. I'm not going to suck on your chat log. You don't worry about how I do mine.
You're taking it in the wrong direction. You're taking it in the wrong direction. Well, we're not. Hold on. Sabrina, hold on.
I understand. I understand, but
just listen for a second.
I just want to, cut it short, please.
Just listen for a second. You don't have to.
Just take the mic from each other. That's how it is.
You can tell me to fuck off afterwards.
And then, just take it good, man.
No. This is a good thing. We all do the same. We all do the same thing, Mr. Javier. We all do the same thing, but everybody got their own style of doing stuff.
Listen.
Yeah, we do. We all got different places to how we take it.
He's never going to listen to what I have to say.
It's working for me.
You give me, Noel, I give you advice, and you give me advice. You know what I'm saying? That's what she's trying to do to you. She's not trying to come at you for anything wrong or nothing. She's just trying to, let you know something. You let me know something. When you feel something, I'm doing something wrong, you're going to let me know. That's right.
Exactly. Exactly. But I haven't so far. I've been doing this for 4 years and some change.
Yeah, we know.
For 4 years and change. I just didn't start it yesterday or last year. And so far, I ain't had no problems or complaints from anybody of the way I do my chat logs at all.
Okay. My chat log started in 2018, and I'm asking for advice from you, your experience. Should I change my ways to do better like you?
I don't think. I mean, if your way of doing chat logs had worked for you, fine. Stick to what you're doing. Because at this point, I am so busy. Well, I don't have time to give classes at this point.
Oh man,
you got to earn your experience as you go. As you go, you learn more. The longer you do your stuff, the more you learn. At this point, I can't sit here and say, well, because I've never seen the way you do your chat logs. I've never been on your page. I don't go on anybody's page and check their chat logs.
Awful.
I don't have the time to go on anybody that catch predators. I might see a couple of his catches and look a little bit and put a thumbs up because I love everybody that do what we do. But I don't worry about how you doing your chat logs or who you talk, the way you talk. And I don't have time because the time that I'm wasting on looking on your chat logs or how you do your stuff, or you're making me lose my time. At that point, there's a predator trying to talk to a child. I don't have time to give classes and tell you, hey,
Noel, I want to address something. I want to address something real quick. Yesterday, towards the end of the stream, or a day before, whatever it was, I think it was last night, you were kind of saying, "Oh, well, he's saying I'm committing crimes," right? You remember that?
Yeah, so I was like, well, I'm committing a crime. I'm committing a crime. I remember.
Just listen for a minute. If you were anywhere else in the country besides where you are right now, you would be arrested for solicitation. The reason why is because you're the one that's being upfront with the predator saying, I want to fuck, I want to see your dick, those kinds of things. Musa Harris has already been arrested once.
I've been as far as Missouri. I've been in New York City. I've been in Jersey. I can't finish a sentence with you. I've been in Warren.
I can't finish a sentence with you.
You know, I've been everywhere. I still haven't been in a place where they have a problem with my chat log.
I've decoyed all across the country myself. So has APP. We have both decoyed across the country.
What place? Tell me a place that I would have a problem.
Anywhere
Where's
but
a place
where
that you
you're
think
sitting?
I would have had a problem with my chat log?
Anywhere but where you're sitting.
Okay, I never had that problem. I've never had that problem.
So you're saying the case in
I've been in
Missouri?
Been in a lot of places.
Let me finish, dude. You're saying in Missouri, you told the predator that you didn't drop an age. You said you wanted to see his dick and you wanted to have sex. You told that predator that, and then age dropped later.
I dropped the age. I dropped the age. I was sexual first. I dropped the age. I was sexual first. And did the chat log like I do it today from the beginning to the end. And I had an arrest.
Okay, the thing is though, they ran off of the evidence. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. The prosecuting attorneys, no prosecuting attorney in this country will charge a predator if you are sexual before the chat log. So the evidence starts at the age. As soon as you say 15,
I'm sorry, I got to disagree.
You can't disagree with that. Talk to a prosecutor.
John Knight was here tonight, like he was.
Talk to a prosecutor. Talk to a prosecutor.
I gotta disagree. You disagree. The DA sat down. The DA sat down, looked at the evidence, and took the case. That guy, he was arrested for a whole year before they even gave him bond.
Okay,
they kept denying his bond.
I must have done a damn
good job there for them to keep him.
Was he sexual after the age drop?
My age drop always in the beginning.
No, it's not. That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. That is a fucking lie.
I had a problem before with some decoys.
You're
I'm not going to mention their name, even though they mention my name.
The last three chat logs you posted on your fucking Facebook. The last three chat logs that you posted on your Facebook, you didn't age drop until after the sexual.
I put my age
no, you didn't. No, you didn't, bro.
I put my age in the beginning, and the chat log is not even long.
You're a liar.
Yes, I did. And the chat log is not even long.
So how about
yes, I am. No, you a liar. No, you a liar.
No, you're a liar.
I think what's happening here is you kind of hate up my swag in catching predators.
No, not at all.
That you,
not at all.
You dislike me. I don't even know
not
you.
At all.
But you got more catches than I do, and it seems like you sweating on me.
I've got less catches than you. No, listen. I've got less catches than you and more arrests. Not at all. I don't give a fuck about you. I've got less catches than you.
It doesn't matter.
I've got less than you with more arrests.
Right. right?
This is like we're not
And I got more, and I got more than you, and less arrests by while black.
I know.
And less arrests while black. Okay, then. So come on, let's look at the stuff the way it is. You know what I'm saying? It's you want to take it there. I got less arrests while black.
Take it there, Noel. Come on.
I really think that the arrests
I gotta take it there.
are really for where you do the catches, because you could do 100 catches in Erie and not get one arrest. You could do 5 catches in Warren, and every single one of them would be prosecuted.
So go to Warren.
You know,
it doesn't
get your
always
preds
work
to go
that
to Warren.
way. It doesn't always
work that way. It does.
So
you have to work your preds.
Just because Erie don't.
No.
So just because Erie.
So because a predator might not have gas money to get to Warren, he shouldn't be caught.
I'm not going to catch this predator.
When he can be caught in Erie
because they're not going to arrest him. We gotta expose. If they don't get arrested, they get community humiliation.
Okay, so call the cops every time. Why not?
Our government officials over here, every officer and every government official, the DA, all that stuff, they're all tyrants. They don't care about the community. They worry about themselves.
Yep.
And that's the point. We don't got no arrests out here. We proved cases and we proved the right way and everything. First Amendment, like I do First Amendment honor, and I honor the police, and I got arrested too for just recording them.
Thank you, Rockstar. I appreciate that comment right there.
Thank you, Javier. Thank you. And you know, back to the Mr. Mark situation. In the last broadcast, everybody was saying that I set him up. Everybody was saying it was all about sneakers. Everybody was saying Noel set him up.
Pause, listen, Noel, pause. Okay? I want to, from me to you, apologize for that. Because we didn't see the chat logs beforehand. We only went off of what other people were telling us. So I apologize for that.
Thank you. It was people that were protecting him.
Clean. My chat logs are clean. Are they?
That I took out of my team for entertaining predators. I'm not going to
I'm not going on that. I'm not going on that. Those two people are not getting brought up right now.
To say something that is false. I like to put the evidence out there. I got receipts on what I speak. You know, you say, okay, let's not take it there. But everybody before I was in there, it was about Noel Remigio that we're talking about. And
they were telling their side. That's all that was. They were
talking about without giving me the benefit of the doubt. I do give it to you, my man. I take your apologies. But I felt that after the broadcast, I had to go on my page, which I got a lot of followers as well. I might not have more followers than you probably, but I got a lot of followers and I got a lot of people that support me. I said, well, they did their broadcast. They said whatever they want to say. I got my own page. I'm going to put the proof here. I hit up Cassie real quick and I said, Cassie, you was the decoy on this. They trying to say that Mark is not a predator. Mark is not 100% predator. He's 2,000% predator.
He's
100% right there, Noel. He is 100% predator.
And he's working. And he's working with Bambi. And he's working with Ivy.
I do not agree with their method on how you bust.
You know, and it's Ivy and Bambi. If Ivy and Bambi knows that he's a predator, they seen the receipt. But Bambi likes to do this. She likes to close her eyes. She started covering him. I'm trying to show her the evidence. You don't want to see it because it's Mark. You don't want to see it because he was a part of OPI. Me, I couldn't close my eyes. I had to set it up.
You know, when somebody is seeking CP, you don't do the pred catch the way you did it if you don't need to. That was such a dangerous thing that he's doing. He's dangerous.
That's something else I wanted to ask too. Like, without saying where, without
said it before. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die doing this.
That's not what I'm talking about. Dangerous.
Another question I wanted to ask too.
So what you're saying, dangerous? Help me.
Jesus.
Children. He has child pornography.
Can everybody hear me except for Noel? Like, what the fuck?
Anything.
So, without saying where Mark lives, is he in it? Without saying where Mark lives, is he in an arrestable area? or is
No.
he in Erie?
No.
So he doesn't live somewhere where he could get arrested.
I wish
Correct.
he was.
Okay.
Not even on.
what about
Not
the
even.
child
Hold on.
pornography?
Hold on. Not even on CP.
Right.
Not even if he actually had that.
How would you know? He's thinking.
How would you know without questioning?
And I agree with you,
So
Don.
what? My point.
And
My point
now I
is.
understand
My
where you're
point
coming. I
is.
wish we would have took that cash to Warren.
You can still do it. You can still do
Right.
this. Just hear me out, okay? All you have to do is question him about the CP,
Good luck with
because
that.
he was not only asking for CP in the chat logs that we read, correct? He was asking Cass for boob pics and all that. But on top of that, if he's already asking for it, then what are the bets saying that he has it? Not Cass's nudes, but other children. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't even get my nudes. He got one fake boob picture.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Right?
What I'm saying is my bet, I would go to Vegas with him asking for nudes of a child that he probably already has child porn, because if he's talking to you unknowingly that you're a decoy, he's talking to others.
Right. So if
100%.
he had child porn and I called the cops, they still wouldn't do anything unless I knew he
Because
had.
no, here's how it works. You have to get his admission.
Right.
You have to get his admission that he has Don't even look through his phone. Have you ever heard of Alex Rosen, like Predator Poachers?
No.
Okay, he is literally the biggest catcher in our country. Okay, he travels the country. He's got arrests in 48 states, convictions in 40. Okay,
And I don't know who this person is.
Correct.
PA loves him.
He gets almost every single predator to admit to child pornography. Every single one, just about. There might be like a 7 out of 10.
Catches was Chris Hansen.
No. Chris Hansen doesn't come close to what
That was a good joke. I like that. That was a good joke.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, Alex gets these guys to admit to child pornography, in possession of child pornography, just simply on the speculation of what apps that they're on, right? If they admit to being on certain apps, then he goes down the line of questioning of child pornography. Okay? If they admit to child pornography, it's almost a guaranteed arrest no matter where they're at. May not be same day, but it's coming. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
That's why
I know what you're saying.
Relationships with the predators, so Alex can go and know.
Exactly. We're not playing for our own enjoyment. We're getting admissions out of them by acting like how a 13-year-old little girl would act.
Each decoy can do something different.
Actually, I just want to say, Big Country's up here also.
Hi, Big Country. How are you, sweetheart?
Doing well.
Good.
Nice to meet you, Max.
What's up?
Oh, so, and Big Country is one of my favorites. So y'all.
But just to let you know, APP specifically up here on this panel works for Alex.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Max Term, he's also a predator.
Where are you trying to meet at?
Who here has convictions in Pennsylvania? Because I heard Pennsylvania mentioned.
I love that you asked that question.
Yeah, well, I got a conviction down in Warren, PA. He was talking with a real minor as well. The minor reached up.
Nathan got one out there too.
The minor reached out to me, and parents at that point didn't know. She said that she had a grown guy that got her pregnant, and she wanted to know if he really loved her. I immediately started hitting him up with a picture of supposedly a 15-year-old girl. The guy immediately, when I started liking his picture, it immediately hit me up. He was supposedly going to move to Erie to the miner's house. He wanted to run from Warren, PA, to Erie and move in with the miner to get her pregnant as well. They were talking about pregnancy. I reached out to the parents of the minor that was pregnant and present them the evidence that we had, and we met up. And I set up the meeting with the guy right in Warren, and he thought we was confronting him over the 15-year-old girl from Erie. And once we confronted him with that, the question was asked to him, have you been with another minor before? No, I haven't. Have you ever got any minor pregnant? This predator got so pale that he couldn't believe that question. I said, there's a minor, that's a real minor that you got pregnant. He tried to leave. Everybody hold him back because we knew that the parents was coming with the sheriff, with the police. And I said, you ain't going nowhere. You're going to go somewhere. You're going to jail today. The parents of that minor is coming with the minor and the law enforcement, and you're going to jail. He's still, as we speak, he's still incarcerated.
Okay. So, all right, I know I'm the new guy here by far. I've been around for like 13 months, if you want to be technical. I've had 71 exposures in the 13 months. 33 arrests and 16 convictions. So I'm not trying to say that I'm the end all be all on anything. I'm just hitting you with facts. You've had one conviction in Pennsylvania. In how long?
Probably I say about 6 months.
So you've been in Pennsylvania for 6 months and you've had one conviction.
That's correct.
Okay. And it wasn't based upon your conversation. It was all 100% based upon what he had done with an actual minor, correct?
Well, it was based on, the place where you at. It's not even the conversation. It's the DA being not that you are not a law enforcement, not in every way, in every place they take your shot log. I was talking yesterday. I was talking yesterday with the law enforcement here. I was talking yesterday with the law enforcement, which is the one that came to pick up the evidence of the predator that closed the door in my face, which it was Dale White, and I sent him the conversation which that was throwing onto my page, that conversation there, and he was the one that reached out to me and told me that he wanted that shot lock. He wanted to press charges on this Dale White. He was explaining to me that there's going to be some changes here for this year in the state of Pennsylvania. They want to change the law to where they will take the information out of predator catchers, even though as you're doing it on your personal business, they're going to take what you got because there's an epidemic out here. We got no time to fight to see who's catching more than he catching, more than she's catching. This is not what it's supposed to be. How he's doing his shot lock, how she's doing that. We all doing the same thing, and it's protecting our children.
No, we're not all doing the same thing.
You know.
I'll tell you that right now.
No, we're not. You're not doing it the same way, Pon.
Well, I mean, if you want to look at it like that, but that's what I'm doing. I don't know what you're doing. If you're saying then you're doing something else, because I'm out here protecting the children. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think what Noel is trying to say is that we all have the same end goal here. That we're all of our goal is to protect these children.
I'm out here
and get
protecting children. I don't know what you're doing.
Right.
If you're not doing the same thing, if you're not doing the same thing that I'm doing, that is protecting children, then you tell me what is it that you're doing.
I'm not going to do this. Who can talk over who?
But I'm talking and I'm saying here, we all protecting children, and you're like, no. So what is it that you're doing? If you're
No.
not protecting children and you're saying, no, that's not, that. What is it that you're doing? This is not protecting children.
I'm not doing the same way you are.
Well, but that's what
Can
you're
I
saying.
talk?
We're not saying we all do the same thing. You and him said, no, we're not doing the same thing. So I'm protecting children. Cassie protecting children. What is it that you guys is doing then?
Yo, hold up.
This is
I
not
gave you a
protecting
moment.
children. What is it that you're doing? Explain yourself.
Dude, I gave you a moment to talk. Can you let me talk now?
That part. That period. That part. You know, we all protecting children. We all fighting for our children. That's what we doing. No matter how you doing it, what's your style, we all fighting to protect our children. You cannot say, no. That's not what we doing. So what is it that you're doing? I want to hear it from you.
Okay, let me talk.
That's my part.
All right. So
you see what I'm saying?
Dude.
I rest my case.
Dude.
Noel, Max is trying to talk to you.
Oh my God.
Can you hear him? Noel, can you hear Max?
I think he's talking. I mean, unless he's having difficulty with his signal.
You're interrupting him. Please let him talk.
Well, I can't hear it. I mean, just a minute ago, I was hearing him perfectly, and then all of a sudden, I asked that question, and you're stuttering.
For a minute.
Oh my.
Okay, talk to me now. I can hear you.
Jesus. All right. So the reason that yours isn't going anywhere, and other groups' stuff does go places, is one, Alex Rosen, 814, and other catchers that are doing it a more professional way are actually getting legislatures to pay attention and change laws to allow shit to be prosecutable based upon our evidence. Now, you're going at it as a 15-year-old. Dude, look at all the laws across the country. You need to be at 13 or under to be taken serious anywhere.
Okay. And I agree with that. They take it. I noticed that when you go lower, you get a faster arrest than saying 15. I agree with you.
Okay. So
yeah, that's all fine and dandy. Some people can't do that though.
Please
why
let Max
can't
continue.
you?
Well, you see, I use
totally
my
agree
own
with him.
pictures,
It's a
and
difference of
I don't
age.
have pictures from when I was 13. I have pictures from when I was 14, 15, and they are great because they look just like me.
Hold on. Let's look at something real quick. I am a 400-pound, bearded, red-blooded American male. I can pass for a 12-year-old using the right software.
Yeah, I heard they got some software to make you look younger. Yeah.
Okay, hook me up. Where's the software?
It's FaceApp. It's been out there forever.
I have used FaceApp, but also let me tell you something. The problem I came up with using FaceApp. I did say that I was younger. I put my picture in and I regenerated it to a younger photo. But then when he wanted another photo and I tried to do it the same way, it made me look totally different.
Yeah, you got to practice with it. It's not going to be perfect. You got to play with it.
Thank you for that information, my man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, again, I'm also new to this and I have practiced a little, but not much. It is something that I do need to work with more. But like I said, for me being a decoy, I already have my 14, 15-year-old photos and they're not edited. You can't find them on Google. Why edit them even more to make it look like not me? So when they want a video chat with me, it doesn't look like myself because I can make myself look younger, but I can't look 12 when I'm trying to video chat.
Let me make a suggestion. Don't use your actual child photos of yourself.
Exactly.
The reason why is because you could technically, even though it's yourself, you could be hit with exploitation. Don't do it. Use your adult face. Play it like Max just said. Play around with FaceApp, things like that. There's other face altering apps out there too. You just got to Google them, but play around with them. And the reason why they're coming up different is because of the angle that you're taking them at. That's 100% it.
right
or the
here,
lighting, right?
making the difference is like offering that they could help you with some of your pictures also. Decoys making a difference.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
I didn't even know they had apps like that. To tell you the truth, I just wrote it down. Had my girl
We're
write
in
it
an
down so
AI
I could check it
generated
out.
world, bro.
And when you network,
Yeah, and to check
you learn
into
so
looking,
much.
because he is right. He is right. If you go lower on the age, you will get arrested. Because the lower the kid is, I was looking at the laws. If the kid was 14 to 15, there's a law, but it says lower. Yes, they take it more serious when it's a 13, a 12-year-old, 11-year-old. Yeah, I totally agree with him.
I
Don't
personally,
be
Yeah,
Chris Hansen out
100%.
there trying to catch an 18-year-old trying to fuck a 15-year-old. It's stupid. I
yeah.
mean, if they're both in high school, technically
Yep.
it's fine.
Yeah, personally, I won't even try to
Yeah.
catch anybody that's under like 23 years old because it's
Oh,
just too close.
don't
Especially
get me wrong.
when like I said,
Well-
I don't usually go too young because of the situation. But right, if I can alter my photos, I absolutely would try that.
I've got a 9-year-old decoy.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
You got a 9-year-old decoy?
I would try that as well.
So
Yeah, that's crazy. 9 years old, like how do like 9-year-olds even know how to get up on the internet
Okay,
all like that?
hold
Like,
on. I'll explain it real fast. It's this simple.
Very real.
When we're talking to our predators, right?
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, they're gonna ask if we have a brother or a sister. If they're asking if we have a brother or a sister,
Yep.
we're gonna tell them yes, and we're gonna create that 9-year-old.
Uh-huh. That doesn't mean they have to talk.
Mhm.
So doesn't mean they have to talk. Doesn't mean they have to have a Facebook profile. Nothing like that. But it's still the fact that it's showing how deep into pedophilia they actually
right.
are.
Yeah, no, I have done that. Yes.
now the real reason I wanted to get in here is I saw some chat logs that went across the screen a couple days ago or yesterday, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you're leading way too much. You're asking the questions, you're driving it, and you shouldn't be. You need to play naive, you need to play stupid, because a real predator, not just some guy that's drunk or stoned and horny trying to get his dick wet. That's not a predator. That is somebody that is just fucking lonely. And if they are persistent, yeah, they should be exposed. But if you really want to protect kids, get the sick motherfuckers that are out there, the really bad ones, the ones that we were talking about, Alex Rosen and Boots and everybody else getting. What you need to do is you need to play the more naive. Let them drive the conversation, because a real fucking predator will bring themselves to the forefront like that. They will groom you. Some of them will groom you for 3 or 4 months. I've got one that I just did in Columbia City, Indiana, that he groomed me for 4 months. My profile got taken down by the app I was using. I created a new one. He reached out immediately, continued grooming, and then all of a sudden one day said, "Hey, I want to fuck you." That is
I hear
somebody
you.
that day in and day out makes the conscious choice to groom and be a predator to somebody, not somebody sitting on Grindr that's got a 12-pack of beer in him trying to get his dick wet.
But Noel mentioned he thinks we're playing with the prez by us doing that and building relationships. He likes the quick catches. And
Quick catches don't get you anywhere.
No, I
Quick
don't do
catches at
quick
15
catches.
don't
I
get you prostitution.
got chat logs that are lone chat logs as well.
you don't want to
I don't know if you
entertain the prez.
remember Mike Ambrose. Do you remember Mike Ambrose?
You told us you
Do
don't
you know about
want
that catch?
decoys
I
entertaining
know
the
nothing
prez.
about you until 2 days ago.
No.
That
Mike
doesn't-
Ambrose.
that
I'm
doesn't
talking
mean trying
about.
to be
Did you
disrespectful.
heard about that catch of mine of Mike Ambrose? Have you heard about that catch?
No.
No.
Or you just talking about the 3 or 4 that I did now? It's been short shot locks. But had you gone really, because everybody knows me, I don't put shot locks on here. The shot locks that I really do, I give it to the law enforcement. When you see that I do a catch and I don't give you the shot lock, it's because that evidence is going straight to the police. So now that you've seen just a couple of little shot locks, and those was on Grindr when I just started again. So they were short. So maybe you just don't know that you ever heard about that catch that I had with Mike Ambrose.
One catch. All right, so let's talk about one catch.
Mike Ambrose was the one that sent Mike Ambrose was the one. I was talking to him for almost 4 months. Okay. And almost at the end, before I caught him, and I had to send this whole evidence to the FBI just because the video that he sent me having sex with a girl no less than 5 or 6 years old.
Okay. But
he's there. He's right now doing 12 years in prison. I think they gave him a little bit. He's in state prison right now. But yeah, these little simple chat locks on Grindr, it would have been a longer conversation, but I got banded.
I bet.
You know, I do an awesome job of what I do. You just judging me for 3. You just judging me for 3 little chat locks that I put while I was looking.
Yeah.
For somebody. I gave it to the community so somebody could give me the information on them. If anybody knows, because I had enough on them for me to ask the community, do you know where this person is? I just got blocked or I just got banded. This is what I got so far. This is what I got so far. So you see that short conversation there and gonna assume, oh, he likes the fast cash. Nah, that's not how it works.
If you're gonna initiate sex and meet up, Matt, are you gonna judge me?
Well, if I'm gonna initiate sex with you, I can. You're a grown person.
No, I'm talking about as a decoy, Max. If you see his chats and they're initiating sex and a meetup, are we gonna be judged?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna be judged. I mean, I got the right as saying when they say, what do you like? They say, what do you like to do? This is how I started. What do you like to do? Well, I like to drink. I like to smoke weed, and I like to have some fun sex. What's wrong about that?
No.
What's wrong about that?
Cassie, how she would start hers. Because she is EPC, how would you start your chat logs, Cass?
No, how do you start the conversation? But when they say, what do you like to do? When they say, let's say you're talking, hello, how you doing? How's your day? My day is going good. What are you looking for? I'm looking to have some fun. I'm looking to meet people. What do you like to do? I like to drink. I like to drink. I like to smoke. I like, what's so wrong about it? I'm telling him what I like.
I want the predator.
No, I'm telling him what I like. He just asked me a question, and I'm telling you what I'm supposed to do. When he says, what do you like? I like to play video games.
No, I was asking Cass.
I'm telling you what I like to do, so I don't see nothing wrong in and how I'm answering that question.
No, I'm talking to Cash. I was asking her, how does she do her chat logs like that, Cash?
If I was to ask you, what do you like to do? What's going to be your answer?
Shut up.
Well, honestly, when men ask me what I like to do, I like to give them some type of innuendos. Like, it's not really like what I like to do. It's more like, hey, what are you about to do? Like, I'm gonna go take a shower. I'll be right back. Nothing sexual, but they can take it that way. If they want to perceive it that way, then they will come in my chat and they will say, I wish I was there. Like, okay, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with telling them I'm about to go take a shower. That is 100% innocent.
Learn from the Welsh way.
And that's your style. I like your style. Perfect style.
Right, and there is nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. But I also don't entertain them and ask them to do things going above and beyond, like asking them for things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
So since we were talking about one catch in
Hold
particular,
up, because this phone died and Javier is calling. Guys, give me a second. The phone is dead, so we lost Javier. Let me see
Yeah,
if I got
Javi
the
just
other
called
phone here
me.
that I could use.
Okay. Long drawn out conversations that you're acting innocent and everything else, right?
Right.
APP, WPP. I'm pretty sure you'll recognize this name out of Pennsylvania. Tall man.
I know that name.
Arthur fucking
Can
Kennedy.
Cassie, would you be able to call from your phone, or you got an extra phone to call Javier? That other phone
Yeah,
died.
I have Javi on the line right now. I don't know if he'll be able to hear you
Okay.
guys, but I do have him on the line.
I know that name.
Sounds perfect.
Arthur Kennedy, Big Run, Pennsylvania.
I just know tall man name.
Yep. So he had conversations with 15 fucking decoys and dozens of actual children for years.
Yeah.
You know how we got him? Long, drawn-out conversations, acting innocent. And finally, when Boots and I were in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, discussing, okay, do we go get this guy or not? He sends me a fucking dick pic, which was enough for us to go have a conversation with him. We sit down with him.
But you ever done one in Erie, Pennsylvania?
I'm not talking about Erie, Pennsylvania right now. So we go.
Well, I'm saying you ever did a catch in Erie, Pennsylvania, in Erie, PA? Here, I'm not trying to be rude or nothing. I'm just here in Erie, PA is so corrupt. The corrupt system here, and
You're
get him out of the fucking city.
Right now, we had the deputy warrant from the jail touching a staff member, smacking her ass, and he's still working there. Still working.
But are you guys with corrupt chat logs? You're no different than them. You're no different. You're helping the corruption by your chat logs.
Exactly.
You're helping it. You're no different than those.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But
thank you, Javier.
We can work on the shot logs. We can work
Javier,
with oil.
thank you.
Be part of the process.
Noel, me and Noel always talk to him, and
not the negative.
I always tell him how, because I learned about the law. I study about the law. I'm an auditor. I don't do a lot of predator catches, but I work with them sometimes. I go out with them. I like what they're doing, and I go out with them and make sure they, like I tell them sometimes, they gotta do the right thing, because there's laws that we have to go by. And we kind of straight into them a little bit, and we probably have to look at some couple more laws. You know, you probably is right. We probably have to look up a couple more laws and everything. We'll work on it, and nobody's perfect in life.
I'd appreciate if you guys didn't touch the.
And it's all part of fine tuning
and that was a good question.
I
would like to see him. I would like to see them doing a catch in Erie and see if they're gonna get any arrest.
I think Alex has. Sam, hasn't he done that area?
Give it time.
I want to see.
Give it time.
I would like to see it. Is he gonna get any arrest?
No matter where Alex goes in Pennsylvania, he gets an arrest.
They love him.
No matter where he's at.
Exactly.
I want to see him in Erie.
Tell him I'll do a catch with him in Erie, PA. Tell him I'll do 100% clean catch with him in Erie, PA, and we'll call the cops.
I want to see it with my own eyes. I don't want to hear no matter where you go. I want to see it with my own eyes.
Why don't you guys start getting clean evidence?
And the detectives said they're going to get a hold of them, and we don't get no response back from the detectives. And everything was done the right way.
I just want to see it.
The messages.
Can we mute this abortion?
I got hungry.
And then no arrest.
Oh, you did.
They won't arrest because the format of your chat log.
Exactly.
I guarantee it.
Start doing clean chat logs. 100%.
I have clean chat logs.
100%.
Okay, pause. Hold on. Listen.
The guy over here, we was that one, the one you sent me, Cassidy.
So just hear me out for a second, okay? Do a catch where the chat logs, you don't send them any nudes. You do an age drop off the jump. you're under the age of 14, and get have the predator be sexual and say a meetup first. I guarantee that it will be a different outcome.
And don't be associated with corruption.
The reason why is because it's the district attorney that decides if it's going to be prosecuted or not. Okay, it's not what city you're in; it's the district. So if you literally just go outside of PA, or I mean Erie, and you do a catch and you get an arrest, you get a conviction, then that doesn't mean that it's the district attorney's problem. It's going to be the police force within Erie.
It is the police force, and that's why we.
Does that make sense?
It is the police force.
So what you have, okay, hold on. What you have to do is you got to get up.
That's what I do. I'm an auditor, and I do everything law enforcement, government officials. I got arrested because I record them. I got arrested. And to bring this up, a 17-year-old got shot last year and killed right after school, and nothing's done yet.
So what you need to do is you need to get. Sorry, Max. I'm not meaning to cut you off.
Nothing.
Okay, but my point is if Erie itself will not arrest due to a clean chat log, you're not sending nudes, you're acting naive, all of this, right? You give a within the first screenshot, you're doing an age drop 14 or younger, and Erie itself will not arrest, but just outside of city limits, they will arrest, then that means you need to get a hold of your district attorney and say there's something wrong with this city.
Right. That's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing.
That's what we're doing right now. That's why I've got to go file a federal lawsuit because the secretary attorney still filing me guilty on the charges that I didn't ever, because I was recording the law enforcement, and it's our right to do it. You know, it's corrupt here. There's detectives, they don't do nothing. They sit in their asses and want us to come and tell them what to do or show them the proof. But when we show them the proof, there's nothing still done. You know,
such a fucking
a couple months, let's say about a year ago, I want to say, my son and his friend was outside around the corner from her house, and a guy took his shirt off and told him to come and get candy. She went to the school and told them about it. And the school investigated, but they want to talk to my son without me being present.
Where?
Guys, excuse me. The conversation is beautiful, but I got to go back to the field at this point. It was a pleasure talking to everybody. I got a predator that wants to meet up, so I got to get dressed and ready and call my ride so we could go and meet him. Don't miss the life. He's ready to meet up, so I got to make this short right here. God bless each and every one of you guys. Thank you for having me in the broadcast. And but I have to go at this point.
Take it easy, says you don't get anywhere with this.
Did you initiate anything, Noel?
What's that?
Did you initiate anything for the catch you're about to do right now?
No, I didn't initiate anything. They just hit me up right now and they're trying to meet up.
Did you drop the age immediately?
I've been talking with this person right here for like 3 months. So let's see what happens.
Let them know your age.
I gotta go. Right. Maybe after I do this catch, we could do another broadcast and I'll talk to you about the catch. But at this point, I gotta go. So guys, God bless you. It was a pleasure to being here. My man, thank you for inviting me in this broadcast. Cassie, keep up the good work. Stay strong. Let's give a shout out to Ethan. Can't wait to Ethan be out.
Shout out.
And yes, I got to do what I got to do. God bless each and every one of you.
Are you serious?
Excuse me. I really don't like the way that you're talking about my fiance.
Ethan's your fiance?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Are you serious? We want to talk to you.
Hold on. We went on such a fucking tangent. I kind of want to go back to where we were.
Yeah.
You're sending fucking nudes?
Even if they're fake nudes,
that's a fucking felony. To portray C-Sam is a felony.
That's what you're doing, baby. That's what
you're doing. That's why I told you
what are you talking about?
if you are
If you are
sending
taking
nudes,
an image that is of somebody that is over the age 18 and saying that it is CSAM, that is a fucking felony.
We're portraying ourselves as kids.
But
we're
to send
trying
a
to help
Right.
protect you.
image.
Right. And like I said, that was when I first started catching and I didn't have knowledge of this stuff. I since then have had 100% clean chat logs.
Ignorance
So
of the
I don't know
law
what
does
you're
not
trying to say because
excuse you for breaking the law.
you don't see how I message people.
I'd love to see these chats, honestly.
He's just trying to let you know. We don't. The problem is we're trying to get through to Noel that what he's doing is the reason why he's not getting arrested, right?
How long
And
has Noel been around?
you
4
seem
years.
a lot more receptive
Yeah.
of what we're saying.
Yeah,
Max,
I'm very receptive. I'm very understanding. I also don't like to be talked down on when I have not done anything wrong.
we're not talking down to you at all. I promise.
Right, no, but what I'm saying is like my chat logs, there has been things in the past that I was not correct on, and people have pointed that out to me, and I immediately have changed what I've done. So I don't want anybody telling me how I do my chat logs, and that me sending nudes that I don't send, that I used to when I first started, is illegal, because I do nothing illegal in my chat logs, period.
We had no clue that you weren't still doing that. It was based simply off of what you had said in the chat earlier, in the conversation earlier.
We probably go
So
off too much off of it.
if you could tell him to stop talking for a second, like this is really hard to talk.
Because we learn from each other, and that's why I'm trying to get to know out too. I'll talk to him, and you know,
like,
we all kind of fix a little bit about it. You know, we all try to do the best we could out here. And we appreciate y'all for, you know, giving us advice. We are taking advice.
If you appreciate us, let us talk for a second.
You know, we can't force people to work on the advice that, or they don't want to take, you know, we can't force them. If they don't want to, they want to do it their way, we're going to, you know,
can we talk,
do what we have to do. But we respect what people do anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it just, you know.
He's on a phone. That's why.
I know, I'm talking to her.
Can we turn him
off? Hey, Javi, hold on. They want to talk for a second.
So basically, what I was trying to say is that we didn't realize that you aren't still sending those images. We just went on the comment that you made earlier. Okay, we embraced the opportunity to help somebody become the best decoy that they can be. And we absolutely want results. Between myself, Sam Squinch, Max, and Sabrina, we all have a
short bus. You forgot me, Mandy.
Yes, you short bus. We all have a decent amount of experience. Sabrina having the most out of any of us, and we are all getting the results that you're looking for. So if you're coachable, which you do appear to be, then we're happy to help somebody who wants to learn how to do it the way that we're getting results. But the problem is when you come up with Noel, and Noel was talking over you constantly. You know, Max was trying to ask you a question, and Noel can't help but talk over you. So unfortunately, it looks like you're kind of associating with him, which doesn't help paint you in the best picture, right? So if you are truly open to advice, I'm sure any one of us is happy to help you.
Right, and I appreciate all the advice, and I really do take everything I possibly can, because ultimately I want arrests, and not just exposure. These people need taken care of. Like, it's hard to get help for them, and they actually change their mindset, because that's what it is. It's their mindset, the way that they live their lives, and for somebody to change that, it really does take a lot. So I really do just want to get the exposure, get the arrest, and do it the right way. I will take any help I can get, any tips, but I also, will let everybody know that Now I've been on a break for a few months. I haven't even done chat logs. But like getting back into it, I do want to do it correctly. I do want to use the right pictures and like voices and whatever I can do the way I do my chat logs. Like I want it to be, I want it to be good and clean.
Yeah. Who does your catches for you that you decoy?
What's that?
When you decoy, who does the actual catch? Do you do your own catches or does somebody else?
No, Ethan does.
That's who I really want to talk about.
Oh, we'll get there. Don't worry. We'll get
in jail.
Yes, Ethan's in jail.
Well, can we talk about those charges?
Yeah, he has a lot of false charges put on him right now.
Oh, how about that one about child? How old?
Wait, what?
Corruption.
I believe she's talking about
the corruption of minors charge was because one of the guys that was on our team during that time brought his minor girlfriend to the catch to be a decoy before Ethan even showed up to the catch, and it was happening. So he gets there and he sees that this guy that's on the team had his girlfriend there as a decoy, and he wasn't okay with it, and that's why they charged him for corruption of minors. Because it was somebody else's minor girlfriend, and Ethan had no knowledge of that before he got there.
Minor girlfriend. How old both?
What?
How old's the minor?
She was 17.
Oh, interesting. And how old's he?
The boyfriend?
Yeah.
19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why would Ethan get charged with it then?
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's why I'm saying it's false charges, and that's why he's trying to fight that. Like, he has an attorney, a lawyer for all this, that he's fighting all this because you're absolutely correct. Why would Ethan get charged for somebody else's minor girlfriend?
Now, I know a lot of prosecutors.
What's that?
I know a lot of prosecutors, and I know a lot of prosecutors don't want to waste their time with anything, let alone bringing false charges to somebody that has a social media presence.
Okay, so there's a lot more behind this. The detective that's working on the case is very, very corrupt, and he is also he has a lot of bad past. Like, I sent Short Bus some stuff actually. That's funny that we're talking about Ethan. He's calling me right now.
His ears are ringing. Good.
Oh God.
I mean, no. If it's true that she was 17 and the boyfriend was 19, it sounds a lot less horrible than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, like no matter how flat you make a pancake, there's always two sides to it.
And I feel like we're not getting it all. Don't you agree?
Exactly.
I feel like
the
story is bigger than we hear. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
I've never watched any of Ethan's catches. How does he do them?
Yeah.
Is he like,
hey, here you go.
Super?
Say hi, Ethan.
Well, hello.
Hey,
Ethan.
what's up, everybody? What's up, Noel? What's up, Jay? I know you guys have heard about my peculiar situation here, though.
Ears are ringing, huh, buddy?
With the list of charges there, but we've got a pretty good lawyer, and we'll get those charges beat. And I'll be back home catching predators in no time. I just had had the wrong people around me, and they made some bad decisions. And so I just want to regroup and gather my thoughts and just do better next time. But yeah, definitely we'll get this figured out, and I'll be home this year, and all the confusion and whatnot will be cleared up. It's corrupt police and a bad county. So, but yeah,
are we witnessing a jail call?
Keep doing good, Noel. I appreciate you, Jay. Everybody else that's present or watching, you guys will see Ethan home in 2025 soon. So just stay dangerous. You'll see me out there again here real soon.
I do want to see him get out and back out catching predators or exposing, because that exposing predators is also
no. Wait. Yeah. But let's get it right. Let's not expose predators with shit chat logs or shat logs.
Well, Cassie's the one that's been mostly doing those or I don't know who I don't know other decoys in Cassie's in EPC, and I
Yeah,
mean
like I think there needs to be a distinction that Cass is not Noel, and that their chat
But
logs are not the same.
they're all associated together.
In a roundabout way, yes.
Yeah,
But I mean,
he's the one that told me that he helped all of them to get together, right?
Yeah. Now that being said, to be fair to Cass, I haven't seen her chat logs. I've only seen the ones that Noel posted
For Mark.
And for Mark and for
The
a couple
catcher.
other. Yeah, the other couple guys that were posted where he does an age drop in the beginning.
Yeah.
If those were the way that they were being done consistently, then yeah, there's a reason they're not getting results.
Dude,
and
do I need to throw it out there that Noel said that Ethan trained him?
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there.
I know, and unfortunately, I choose to give the benefit of the doubt to Cass until I see.
Oh, it has nothing to do with Cass, for sure.
No, I know, and I'm just trying to make it clear that I'm not dogging on Cass, because until I see chat logs like Noel's, then I'm not going to say she's not doing it right.
Right. I agree with that.
This opening the conversation up for drugs is like, holy shit.
Yeah, why are we doing that?
Why? Why are we?
Not we, 10, 11, 12,
them.
13 years old. We're supposed to be naive. Yeah, did some girls and boys screw around with some alcohol and drugs at that age? Yeah, but why are you soliciting it right off the get?
Because they asked Noel what he likes, not what his decoy likes.
So I'm going to tell you right now, from a salesman point of view, that is called selling from weakness. A true salesman is going to go into it asking questions about things. Oh, what do you like to do? Not, yeah, here's all my information. Let me just drop my pants right now and get screwed.
Yeah, like when exactly, like my decoy is naive and doesn't initiate anything unless my predator tells me, I want you to say this.
Exactly.
Then I will say it hesitantly and say, you mean like say this? And kind of.
Oh yeah, I've had preds where they said, I want you to say that I want you to suck my dick. And it's like, you know, I beat myself up forever for even entertaining that.
Yeah, like when I talked to Alex about it, he said very specifically, if the predator directs you to say something, it's fine.
Yep.
We've been doing it wrong.
And that's it. Is the chat log or the chat log will show it will show that he instructed me to do that prior to me doing it.
Right.
And you know, like I have to go back to what Noel said the other night, which was, I'm not here to entertain predators. No, I'm not here to entertain them. I'm here to build a relationship that is going to have you eating out of the palm of my hand. Like,
it's all evidence building.
Right.
Exactly. You want to change laws? You use habits. You use patterns. All of that shows things. It's all about building the best solid case. You give them multiple outs, you know, to stop the communication, and they keep coming back. That is a true sign of a real predator. That's not like I openly say on multiple occasions. I'm not out there to catch the guy that's just drunk and stoned on a Saturday night trying to get his dick wet. I'm out there trying to get the guys that are out there trading CSAM, that are out there trying to actually find a 9-year-old kid and rape it. That is the shit that I'm out there trying to stop.
Exactly.
I think the worst one that I've seen Alex catch, there was a guy that he caught that was literally meeting up with the decoy, who he thought was like 12 or 13 years old, who thought that the decoy was bringing her infant sibling, and the predator said he was going to use a knife to open her up so that he could fit.
Yeah,
that one made me sick.
That is sick.
Yeah,
those are the real fucking predators, not some Joe Blow off a fucking grinder that just wants to get poop on his dick.
Exactly. I mean, I always tell my predators, like, you know, when they say that they want to meet, well, how are we going to do that? And he says, well, you know, I live here. And I was like, well, yeah, I live here, but you know, I can't drive. Remember, I'm 12. And you know, I'll emphasize that several times throughout the entire chat. But
I'm sitting in algebra class. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Everything to build the credibility that you're a kid.
Exactly. And so for Sabrina and I, because we rely on when Alex is going to be in a certain area, we have to have them ready to go on a moment's notice. That, like, for instance, I have one coming up hopefully within a couple days. He's begging to meet, and I have to stall him enough so that when Alex says, okay, I'm going to be there on this day, I can say, hey, my parents are working the same shift, and me and my sister are going to be home alone, and boom, he's going to be there.
And then sometimes that day changes on a moment's notice, or the time, or whatever.
Oh, never with Alex, though.
No, right. Never. Never does he call you in a moment and say, where are the chat logs?
Cass, so you was getting ready to tell us about Ethan.
Yeah, so he got charged for 2 different catches. One of them happened at Frontier Park. The guy came over state lines with a loaded gun. He wanted to have sex with this little girl and get a hotel room. One of the guys in the group had taken the firearm off of his person, unloaded it, and it got put back in the guy's car within 2 minutes. Now, Ethan got charged for the theft of a firearm and conspiracy, reckless endangerment, corruption of minors, all those charges.
Did Ethan ever
for
touch
one,
the
he
gun?
didn't even touch the firearm. His fingerprints aren't on it. They can look. They aren't on it. Also, the guy had his gun in his possession. He was not robbed of it permanently. Like they weren't planning on taking it. They wanted to unload it so nobody got shot. And so they put it back in the guy's car. So he was not, this firearm wasn't taken, wasn't stolen. Ethan didn't corrupt minors. This guy brought his girlfriend that shouldn't have been there, that Ethan didn't bring. Like, he even says in the video, we need to get away from this nuisance. Like, let's get away from here. He just wanted to talk, wanted to ask him questions.
Are there body cameras?
And the other people in the group were acting pretty irate, and it got a little heated, and Ethan got charged along with the other people that were there.
Do you think that Ethan could possibly be targeted by the police for his actual I guess catches and stuff like that?
He's been being targeted. They have been trying to build a case on him for months, because I don't know, Short Bus, if you got those screenshots I sent you, there was a couple of them in there about Detective Ira Bush and what his job is for the City of Erie Police Department, being a detective, and how he is supposed to investigate child pornography and sexual assault cases against children. And it seems like out of all the catches Ethan has done, he has tried to prosecute him for 2 out of the 200 plus. Like, that makes no sense. especially when there has been, worse encounters with predators before.
I
So
don't think it's worth it for Ethan to continue catching.
Well, just like we were saying how Erie County doesn't want to work with us, I just got some intel that there is other predator catcher groups in Erie that also don't get arrests because of the DA and the way that they go about things in Erie County. So,
what Ethan told me?
What?
You know what Ethan told me?
What?
Your area is wild, wild west, and anything goes with the chat logs.
That's where I am now. Seems like we can get more arrests, yeah, but not in Erie.
No. So, I believe he said Erie is the wild, wild west, and the chat logs you could do anything you want, which means things that are just corrupted as decoys to make us look like shit in other teams. He said it's just the wild, wild west. That's what PA decoys do.
I have never heard him say that, and like he's the one.
My chats, yeah. I was stunned. He said it's the wild, wild west, and then when I
jump down now.
But yeah, like so when we worked with the law enforcement out in Warren County, they actually were able to get on our devices, and there was talk about marijuana usage, and the cops they did say that was okay, but that was from one chat log out of hundreds that I've ever seen.
The predator should always open the door to everything.
Yeah, and we agree. Yeah, we agree with that. Me and Ethan have talked a lot about it, and that's why I said like we've really been fine tuning. We realized, like you even heard him, like there was things we didn't do right before that we absolutely are going to do right now, because we want to be a good predator catching group. We don't want people shaming us for protecting children.
I completely understand that part, but being associated to Noel and what he's doing, I'm telling you, it's a bad look.
It's going to shine a bad light on you.
Yeah.
So with Noel, I think what he's trying to say though is that we all have an end goal, and how he goes about it. He is getting these catches because there are many, regardless if it's small or big chat log, if it's extensive, if it's not. Even these guys that just want to get it wet for one night, yes, they absolutely are predators, and they still do need an exposure.
I have to disagree. It's on how you do those chat logs. If you're making a difference, or are you contributing to the bad look and making those predators look good? He's making the predators look like fucking innocent guys.
Well, and that's what I haven't got to see all of his stuff, and I've only ever went on a few catches with Noel. Any chat logs I've went over with him, he's always agreed with my chat logs. I haven't really saw his.
He's got lawsuits. These guys that he's calling predators can nail him in the ass.
Oh yeah,
they can literally take his ass out and take him for everything, and probably put him incarcerated.
Well, see, I feel like everybody's human and we all make mistakes. I know, like I've even said, there are mistakes I have made. I'm sure each one of you have made mistakes in the beginning when you're learning, and it's just really part of fine tuning and making the right decision from here on out.
Ooh, I haven't broken the law.
No.
Yeah,
I agree though. It's a learning process. Learn first and don't break those laws with predators that might have real victims.
If you're in doubt, come up with an excuse.
Okay, so there is this one. His name was Ian. He worked at Krause's in Erie. His family owned the department store out there, and he actually was kind of set up the same way that Mark was, through a mutual friend. And this guy was sending me multiple pictures, videos, asking for a 6 and 7-year-old little girl and boy. He wanted to shove paint brushes in the penis, and he was hitting himself with high heels and connecting it to a power drill, and spinning it and hitting his genitals extremely hard, pointing a gun, tying his nuts up, like binding his balls. He was a very, very deviant, scary sexual predator. And come to find out, there was more behind that after he got caught. He did end up getting in trouble with law enforcement, but through family that he had, not through us.
Oh, God.
So I do have a question for you, Cass. The 17-year-old that was there on that catch with Ethan, was she there as a decoy, or was she just present?
Honestly, I wasn't at that catch, so in that moment, I don't know. I was told that the boyfriend wanted her to decoy, which is unacceptable in my eyes.
So basically, this is where it's Ethan's responsibility as the catcher to say no. She needs to go to the car.
Correct. And what the situation was is when Ethan showed up, the catch was already in progress. So Ethan was trying to take over and talk to him, and everybody just kept like talking over, acting irate, and Ethan couldn't really get a word in edgewise. Plus, Ethan can tell that girl, go sit in the car, but it's really up to her and her boyfriend to listen to him.
But if Ethan ends up catching a charge for it, then
that's why we're fighting it. That's exactly why we're fighting it, and he has a good lawyer, because that was not his girlfriend that he brought to the catch. It was somebody else's, and he didn't want her there. He's told people multiple times not to bring your girlfriends, don't bring minors around. We don't do it that way.
I got Javier here. He was wanting to say something, so I was going to let him say what he's needing to. Go ahead.
Hey guys, no man, we in a corrupt place. That's what it is. Over here in Erie, Pennsylvania, it's in a corrupt. It's super corrupt over here. It's bad that over here we just got to work on it. Not only with us, with the police and the DA. They don't, there's people waiting for trial for over 2 years still. They're so backed up behind over here and doing corrupt stuff in here that we just gonna try to do the best we could do and keep doing. We just have to put them on blast and keep doing the rest of whatever they want to do them or not. That's all we can do. And I appreciate for y'all doing what y'all doing and keep up the good work.
So if the government and the police are corrupt.
Make sure you don't.
Sorry, what was that, Jay?
All right, man. I appreciate you.
Holy hell. Go on, Max.
All right, so if the police and the government in that area are corrupt, that means you need to be on level 20 of 10 for everything that you're producing, and you need to take it to the state level immediately. If it's the city that's the problem, you take it to county. If county's the problem, you take it to the state. I did it in an exposure right before Christmas. County basically said, okay, have a nice day. The next morning, that was Saturday evening at like 4:30. I spent the night on the phone with Indiana State Police. The next morning, 9:25, the guy is already booked in orange, mugshotted, and it's posted that he's in jail for his solicitation of a minor. If you got a problem, go to the next level.
I feel like that the people, the decoys like Noel, the ones that are having messed up chat logs, I feel like they're no better than the correct people.
I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, how do you expect change if you're part of the problem?
So
please don't try to change our laws.
I'm not going to call out anybody in particular, and it's not Noel. that I'm going after on this because I don't know him well enough to make this accusation.
Go on his page and look at the chats, and you'll be saying something.
I've seen the last few that he posted. They got sent to me, but I'm not going after him because I haven't looked at enough of his stuff to make this determination. However, there is a team out there that I will tell you does this 100% for internet clout. They are basically terrorists for any community that they go into. And Jay and I have had this conversation. He knows who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say names. But when you go in and you cause such a disturbance to the community, and that shuts down any possible reception that you may have from prosecutors and law enforcement for other teams, you're the problem. And if you're going to behave like him, Noel, EPC, anybody else out there, including myself, then you're nothing but a problem. You're chasing clout. I've lost so much money. I've lost so much sleep doing what I'm doing because I'm funded mainly out of my own pocket to do what I do. And I'm doing it at 13 or less on my decoys. I don't even use 14. 13 or less.
Max, you preach. I'll turn the pages.
Huh. But we're doing it wrong, Max. We're doing it wrong.
Well,
we're doing it wrong, but we have a conviction. We have a conviction for 41 felony counts in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but you're not initiating. You're not aggressive. You're not,
Yeah, like
so what?
No, she's being facetious.
We gotta step up our game. We gotta step up our game.
So we're getting back on the chat log. So
chat logs.
Chat logs or whatever, but yeah, definitely. What I'm saying is, what makes me worry is that if other places may also try to do just kind of like Erie or stuff like that, like feel like the catcher is getting targeted.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So, Noel, because we're going to use him as a reference now, he's got 290 catches in 4 years, from what I'm being told. He's been around for 4 years. I have 71 catches in a year, and all of mine are above board. So you multiply that by 4. Hey, guess what? I'm right on par with the number of catches, but out of my 71, I have 32 arrests, 33 arrests. I can't remember. It's one of the two there. And I have 16 already convicted in 13 months. My chat logs are so fucking solid. The prosecutors walk in with a plea deal, and these motherfuckers are taking it before they're even arraigned.
Don't you love that?
Exactly. And if Noel was doing this, what 98% of catchers would say is the proper way to do it, with solid chat logs, not initiating anything, age dropping right off the hop, then he would have higher than a 2.5%, like 2.5 to 3% arrest rate. It doesn't matter what county he's in; he's gonna end up with that. If he was interviewing them adequately, he would have more arrests. And Cass, I heard you say earlier that you didn't know who Alex is or haven't seen his stuff.
You're missing it.
I highly encourage you, go look at his catches, watch them, study them. Guys like Max, Boots, like all these guys, the best form of flattery is imitation.
Wait, Erica.
Mark.
They emulate what Alex does because he's getting the major results. And if you look at the way that Alex interviews a guy, I'm telling you, he could get a confession out of a friggin' rock.
Am I missing something? How is Mark's chat logs not real? Am I missing something?
No, they're real.
Who's saying
How are
his
they
chat
not
logs aren't
real?
real?
They look real to me.
What?
Who's saying that his chat logs aren't real?
Erica.
Oh, sorry.
They look pretty real to me.
Yeah, from what I saw.
Whose chat logs? Mark?
Mark.
Yeah, I'll put this up as this Erica person. I don't know. Mark's chat logs is not real because you sent nude pics and was talking sexual back.
It doesn't matter. There was still an
so I was not. It was like at the very, very end, after I already got my information and before I really knew, they absolutely are real. He absolutely knew my age and then was talking sexual before there was ever even a boob picture sent that I now know shouldn't have been sent. Like,
besides all
that was literally it. If you look at those chat logs, I was being innocent. I asked him what his favorite hobbies were. Like, I didn't say, "Hey, do you like to have sex?" I said, "What are your hobbies?" And he said, "I like sex." Like, blatantly.
He wanted
That's absolutely real.
Yeah.
They look. You know, you drop the age right off.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say to you.
Like I do every time, right off the bat. Within the first 3 to 5 messages, I like to drop the age.
That's on Telegram, right, Cass?
Yes, Telegram. And that was when I just downloaded Telegram like 2 days before that. I didn't even know how to use it.
What have you seen on Telegram, hon?
Oh my gosh, Telegram is terrible.
What have you seen?
I mean, like, just any and everybody will hit you up asking you to like sell pictures or to meet up. Like anybody.
What kind of pics and videos have you seen?
Like I said, I haven't used Telegram much. It was only for that one catch that I used Telegram. So there was, God, I think I've only encountered maybe 10, 12 people on Telegram.
They put you in any groups?
Yeah, I know. What have you seen? Visualize.
No, I'm not in any groups, and I haven't really saw anything. It was just messages.
Yeah, but messages usually have pictures and stuff in them.
No one.
Wait, what? What has pictures and stuff in them?
You usually get a lot of pictures in those messages, especially on Telegram.
Oh yeah, I don't like. I haven't even used Telegram except for those couple days. But I'm also not part of any groups or anything on there, and I haven't like done extensive work on there at all since that catch.
Who told you to get Telegram?
It was in the list that we got of apps to download.
From who?
It was just in the chat. I don't remember who it was from.
So, I'm going to tell you right now. I am the only person allowed in my organization to have Telegram. And the only thing that we do it on, use it for, is to see if other people are on it. It is on one device, and that device is offered to law enforcement at any given time.
And why is that, Max? Why?
Because I'm above board, 100%. I don't do shady shit.
Right, yeah, that's how it should be.
Telegram is something that, oh man, I don't know why.
I need help like navigating Telegram. I wish I knew how to use it better.
No, you don't. The only help you need is to learn how to close it.
Navigate it.
Dangerous. Don't mess with no Telegram.
Navigate your ass out of your fucking chair right over to the garbage can and throw the fucking phone in it.
Yeah, the only thing that you need to know about Telegram is how to close it. So, personally,
is there something I'm missing here? Like, you guys are saying this stuff, but not really giving me reason.
Yes.
CSAM.
Alex,
tons of it.
Watch Boots, Big Country. Yes. It is the hot spot for CSAM, child pornography. Abuse of material of kids.
So you're saying that I shouldn't close the app and I shouldn't throw the phone out because I really do need the app to actually catch these guys.
No,
I'm experienced.
What you need is you put the predator's phone number in your contact list. You open Telegram, go to contacts, see if they're there, when they were last on, close Telegram. That's the only thing you need Telegram for.
Okay, yeah, I don't know how to do that. Like I said, I don't know.
I'm going to tell you, I don't recommend you touching Telegram because you're asking for an incarceration.
If you don't know what you're doing with it, with all respect, don't use it.
Yeah. You're asking to go to prison.
Exactly.
Yeah.
By the way, how long ago was it that you sent the manufactured CSAM?
Ay, caramba.
What?
The images in which that you portrayed to be a minor, the nude images, how long ago was it that you sent those?
Months ago.
Great. So let's just say it was last January. You got 4 more years to be prosecuted on it.
And he can make a report.
Okay.
Technically, I'm supposed to. I'm a mandated reporter.
So what are you trying to say here?
You broke
because, like I said, I don't send nude photos. Like,
you've already admitted it. Now, what I'm getting at is ignorance of the law does not excuse you from breaking the law. It's just like, oh, officer, I didn't realize the speed limit dropped down to 35 and I'm still going 65. It doesn't matter. You're still breaking the law.
They tell us don't touch it if we don't know.
Right. Exactly. That's why I haven't been doing any chat logs.
You admitted to betraying a child and sending a nude.
When I first started doing this and I didn't know what I was doing, or I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And then I've talked to law enforcement and have talked to people, and I have absolutely done things the right way.
That's what he's saying.
Right, that's what I'm saying, that I have worked very hard to get to where I am and do things the correct way.
Okay, does law enforcement know what you did?
Yes, I talked to law enforcement about these chat logs.
No. About betraying yourself as a minor is sending a nude. Do they know you did that?
Yes, that's exactly what I talked to the law enforcement about, and they advised me not to, and that's why I haven't.
Did they say they're going to prosecute you?
No, because I haven't done anything.
What state did you send that to? Who? Where was the pred?
I honestly, I don't know.
Okay. Well, if it was done within the state of Pennsylvania, because you live in Pennsylvania, correct?
Correct.
All right. So that typically won't trip federal regulations, even though technically it is because it's done telecommunication. But usually that won't trip the FBI. Now, however, if you sent that across state lines, you would definitely need to be worrying about FBI breathing down your neck right about now.
Whoa. What other apps do you got?
Yeah, you got Signal?
Oh, my.
I have quite a few apps.
Zangy, Signal, Sessions.
Teleguard.
Ay, caramba.
Yeah, I have a lot.
Why?
What?
Why?
Because I have to learn how to navigate them, and if I don't use them, I don't learn.
Oh, I agree. We don't learn, but
that doesn't mean that I'm doing chat logs on them and doing them wrong and trying to use them for catches. Just because I have them and I use them and I try to navigate them.
Do you know how to report CSAM?
What?
Do you know how to report it?
If you receive it, how do you report it?
I would call the police.
Wrong.
Do you tell them something? What do you tell them?
What, they get my information and then they send me a link to send whatever I have. That's how I've done it before.
No.
Nope. No.
I
All
gotta
right,
See,
feel
I
like
think it's funny that you guys think that this is a joke and are laughing. Like, I just started doing this, and you're acting like I'm just some terrible person and don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to help the community and these children.
We're
and
not
you
saying
need
that.
to
We're not saying
listen
you're
to what we're
terrible.
telling you. All right, so let me go through how you handle CSAM if you were to receive it. First and foremost, you stop communication 100%. 2, you call National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. You file a report. They're going to ask you your name, your date of birth, your driver's license. Sometimes they don't always. They know me, so they don't ask me anymore. They're going to ask what app or how you received it if you have this person identified. They will generate their report. After that, they're going to ask you, are you going to contact law enforcement? Which department? Where? Blah, blah, blah. From there, you're going to say yes, and you're going to talk to whatever municipality you have. If you're within the city limits of Erie, you're going to talk to Erie PD. And after they say okay, you hang up with them. You call Erie PD and you say, hey, I just received this. I have filed a report with National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. I have this on this device. I am willing to bring it to you. I don't want to be in trouble for transporting it. If it's okay with you, I will drive it down there. If you would like to send forensics out to collect the device from me, I'm okay with that as well. Most of the time, they'll say, go ahead and drive it down to them. You drive it down to them. You sign over everything. You hide nothing. You give them anything and everything they ask for, because if not, they're going to suspect that you have it on other devices as well.
I do it differently, but I'm not telling her because she's brand new. Max, just listen to Max.
Yeah, I do it a little differently too.
Yeah, but don't listen to us. Listen to Max. That's perfect.
What Max is telling you is solid advice.
Perfect. For
Now,
brand new.
if anybody ever asks you to send it to them,
God, no.
Hell no.
Never send it to them.
I will correct you on that, because some detectives, I record it though. I record it. If they do direct you to upload it somewhere or whatever they do, record them and let them know if you're in a state that, and say, hey, I'm not comfortable with what you're telling me to do, so I'm recording this to protect myself. We had a case in Lancaster, California, and they couldn't access the CSAM, so they had one of the decoys upload it to Google Drive and give it to them, and the predator's prosecuted, but we dumped the phone. We didn't want to keep the phone. So each area is different at that, but do what Max said.
Yeah. Cass, are you familiar with one-party consent and two-party consent?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I probably am, but not when you say it like that. What do you mean?
Okay, I'm not even in the U.S. I'm in Canada, and yeah, that's something that you need to be very cautious of. Is if it's one-party consent or two-party consent. So if you're in a two-party consent state, both parties have to consent to the recording of something. If you are in a one-party consent state, only one party has to consent to it.
And that's such a little up in the air thing, because when you have a pred that is you're recording a crime, I've always been told that, and now I won't tell you to do this, Cass, because I was told differently. As basically like when I'm on a decoy call, it doesn't matter what the law is, you're recording a crime.
Evidence obtained in the commission of a crime during a crime is admissible in the court of law.
I just want to say that I do, just like Carrie says, I do feel like she wants to learn. And I mean, because she's still here, and
yeah. She's listening. Noelle didn't. I got to give her that credit. I do.
I'm not giving her shit about it. I'm giving her pointers.
Same here.
Yeah.
Now, is my way of reporting things a little over and above? Yes.
Good.
But I would rather be safe than sorry. Because my ass is not going to be comfortable going to jail at all.
Now,
So-
I tell them I'm a civilian decoy.
Cassie, do you know who this Christy Gibbs is?
No idea.
Okay, I didn't know if you might know her or something, because I mean, I thought earlier she was asking to come up here, and I didn't know if you knew her, and she or decoy or whatever, but she'd be welcome. If you have anybody you want else bring up here, you're more than welcome to bring them up here, because I don't want to feel like you're basically bullied in a way, I guess.
Oh no, we're not trying to bully you.
Not at all.
Or attack you or whatever.
No.
Trust me, if
You
I was
feel like
attacking,
that?
you'd know it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're not trying to bully you or attack you or anything like that. That's not our intention.
Oh yeah, no. The way I'm taking it seems very rude, but that's just me.
No, we're not trying to do that. We're shocked these things that you guys have been saying. We're not used to it.
We're shocked at.
And like I said, it's all part of a learning process. I haven't even. I've got maybe 20 catches under my belt. Like I've live decoyed for maybe 14 of them.
Yeah, for me, I'm surprised at the training or education that you've received from whoever. I don't even know who trained you or who educated you.
Honestly, it was mostly like myself and asking questions to other catchers and law enforcement, because there was a lot going on when I joined the group, and it was a lot of fine tuning, and it was just something that I pretty much just learned myself with the help of a few members, and Ethan gave me some good pointers, and he's also been trying to fine tune himself.
My first 3 catches were convictions. Just, I'm not saying, hey, this is my way is the correct way. It's the end all be all. But I'm just saying, what I'm telling you carries some weight.
Absolutely. So here's a suggestion that I would give you, Cass. Again, because you seem very open to learning and improving. Subscribe to Sabrina's channel. Watch some of her stuff. Listen to the way that she decoys these guys. It's one of those things. Like I started out watching another decoy that did a lot of
kids. The Sammy, man, she's awesome, definitely.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I learned back in 2018.
Yeah, I mean, all of us have made some pretty bad mistakes. I once asked a pred in a group chat mistakenly if his county arrests.
I've heard that story.
I know. I fucked up. Okay, so I had to block him, and fortunately, he was talking to 8 decoys. So, losing a couple of us wasn't the end of it.
Now that you talk about multiple decoys, that's what reminds me, Cass, of what Noelle was talking about, wasting time putting multiple decoys on a pred, but
that's not a waste of time.
Oh goodness. The amount of information that you have obtained from that predator is priceless.
Shows pattern. Pattern
exactly.
Precedence changes laws.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
So go look up decoys for kids. Go look up online predator exposure or OPE. That's Sammy, but it's a while ago. OPE was Sammy.
Yeah, but not anymore. She has nothing to do with it.
No, but all of her old stuff is still up.
Yeah, maybe.
So, honestly, that's how I learned decoy. I listened to how she was doing it, and I listened to how Sabrina was doing it, and I developed my own style from there.
Same. So I watched. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, Alex Rosen. I watched him when he first started, and I thought Alex was a complete asshole, and I wanted nothing to do
You
with
and me both. And I
And
told him
will
that
say
to his
that
face.
Alex's face. So
I told him
don't
to
get
his
me wrong.
face.
Well,
I trolled him.
I'm about 6 inches shorter than him, but I'll still say it to his fucking face.
Definitely, just like Banana says right here. Thank you for willing to learn and try to keep the baby safe for sure. I just wanted to.
I
say
trolled
that
the
also.
fuck out of Alex when we first interacted, and he modded me. I literally trolled the fuck out of him.
You don't know about trolling. How much is Rumble on Rumble? So that's trolling.
I actually timed Short Bus out in an open live one time.
I think I did too.
Oh, see, that's not right.
Yeah, I think I timed Short Bus out too. And you know what's funny is Short Bus is originally from Poacher's Locals, and people think he's from YouTube.
Yeah.
So like, take advantage of the other resources that are available to you.
Look at our Facebook. Look at Bikers Against Predators Facebook.
He's so good.
The two of us post all of our stuff all the time. We will post all of our chat logs once the convictions have happened. We won't post early.
Yeah, like honestly, I think that the best thing Noel could do for himself is take down the chat logs that he has posted.
I think that's too late.
I understand that, but better late than never, because
he thinks
right
they're
now,
good.
I understand he thinks they're good, but the reality of it is that it's damaging to him, it's damaging to the rest of us, and he's potentially looking at a lawsuit if one of those predators goes after him for posting it. It's defamation of character.
290 exposures and 7 convictions.
Yeah.
The math doesn't math here.
But Cass, what do you think about Noel and his practices?
Max, can you mute while you're not speaking? There's a lot of road noise.
I think that I haven't got to see enough of Noel's stuff. I've only seen the stuff that's online. I definitely think that, like, I don't know, his chat logs could be better, but so could anybody's. Like, everybody has room for improvement, not just, not just Noel or not just me. Like, even the people that are good have room for improvement.
I guarantee you mine can be better.
Yeah.
You know what? That's admirable, and yes, we can all admit that we can all be a little bit better, but there's a difference between needing a little bit improvement or could be a little bit better.
Right, and then there's stuff that you just don't do that's not acceptable. I understand that.
Like
his complete chat logs you should not do.
So Cass, let me throw this out to you. If you were on Grindr and somebody starts talking to you, do you automatically assume that they are of age?
No.
Why not? It's an adult app. It's an adult hookup app.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
because just like I'm on there portraying to be a 15-year-old, anybody can.
Right.
Yes,
but hold that thought. So if you're on an adult, an intended adult site, and somebody starts talking to you, you can, like, a reasonable person, legally speaking, a reasonable person could expect that the person they are talking to is also of age unless otherwise informed. That is why the age drop is so important. Right in the beginning.
Straight out of the
we're not
law.
Right.
We're not supposed to assume.
Yeah. So legally, they would, like, their lawyer would have a field day with this, saying, "Oh, well, they were on an adult site, and he didn't say that he was 15," which, again, you shouldn't even use 15, but saying that he wasn't saying he was 15 until almost halfway through the chats. That is so damaging to the case, which could be why the DAs don't want to take up those cases. I can only speak to the chat logs that I've seen, and I'm not trying to bash him for his chat logs. I am dogging on him for not wanting to take advice from people that are seeing the results that he wants to see.
Right.
I mean, Alex has arrests in Erie County.
You know, she really don't. You know, Cass, she works more with Ethan, and obviously being a girlfriend. Did you? I thought I saw fiance possibly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't want to bash you and your efforts, because you know I want to be as fair as possible. I've never seen your chat logs, and I don't think that it's fair for me to pass judgment on something that I haven't seen firsthand.
That's like us saying that you're guilty just by association. But knowing where you do associate makes us concerned and want to make sure that you are bettering yourself.
Yeah, like if Ethan is not free to roam as he chooses right now, maybe the best thing for you to do would be to not decoy right now and go spend some time listening to some of Sabrina's stuff, listening to some of Sammy's stuff. And you know, I don't know if Decoy still has her stuff up. She was a great decoy. Kenzie was a great decoy. Those are such valuable resources that you could use to better your, like, not better yourself, to help improve your style where you may need improvement. Again, I don't know because I haven't seen your chat logs.
If it's your passion.
Yeah, like if you're really passionate about this, do everything in your power to make you as good as possible.
I was obsessed when I first started. I was obsessed and was looking at chat logs, catches, you name it. I wasn't stopping. I was everywhere I could look. I was.
Would you be open to learning more, Cassie, where you can get better with somebody? Oh, she's muted.
Yeah, she's muted. She may have had to step away for a second. But you know, I mean, like, I know there's things that I could do better, but at the same time, I'm getting really good results. You know, and I try to emulate those who are better than me. You know, like I spend time listening to Sabrina's chats and, you know, being one of the voices in her head when she's talking to tier number one.
Oh, hang on, I think
Oh God, ain't it insane?
It is.
Shit that I am doing.
I had a really good chat log with my pred last night. I'll have to send you a picture of it.
Hang on a minute.
Honestly, I love trolling my preds.
Oh, I love trolling them. Like, I remember one of them. I don't remember his name. I just remember there was one recently. He asked me if I was ready to get fucked, and I said, "I think so. Are you?"
Yeah, everybody in the chat becomes Haley's imaginary friends, but cheater number one thinks Haley has schizophrenia.
Yeah,
hey,
well,
it works.
Whatever blows the skirt up. And again, it's that relationship building. And
you think she's real.
Exactly. This is where Noelle and I strongly disagree, is that you have to build relationship.
I know his daily routine.
Exactly. Max being in sales, he understands the power of relationship. And
she's wanting to
Max
ask somebody else. So give me one moment. I'm trying to figure out.
I love when Max goes as to therapy or not the therapy, the ministry.
I was actually told by a prosecutor to stop using minister.
Oh!
Well, no, they're correct on this. So the way that most states have the law written is it's not just the confessional, not just the priest. It's anybody of the flock. So if I am a minister.
My God, I forgot. I totally forgot. Oh my God, yeah, a confession.
You're a minister? I did not realize that.
I'm a minister.
I'm actually a minister twice over. Max is ordained, and so is my real name.
Damn, I totally forgot about that part.
So I can say that I have that I'm part of a ministry, but as soon as I drop I'm a minister, then technically there could be a problem. So I can offer it to law enforcement once they're there, but I can't tell the pred that I am a minister. I can say that I am a part of a ministry.
Yeah.
Damn. And here we were getting some entertainment, Max.
Well, that's one problem that the Oklahoma people have too.
I know. I
don't think that they realize that yet, and I think that it's going to end up hitting them here soon.
Oops. OPP Ministries.
So there has been a few people that have contacted me trying to join. I'm not sure if they were able to chime in.
Okay, here we go. I got them up. There we go.
I'm not sure if they were able to chime in.
Can you hear me?
Here, can you turn your YouTube off? It's going to have a delay on it.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you turn your YouTube off?
God dang
it's
it.
going to have a delay on it.
Yeah, I just can't hear on the...
Hello?
My ears just popped.
Okay, there you
I
go.
Can't hear.
You need to listen through the StreamYard
hold on.
window rather than the YouTube window.
I'm not sure.
I do want the ultimate goal in all of this. For to better the pred catchers and the decoys and to help
Hello?
in any way.
Okay, so I have like no volume on my other phone.
Okay, if you're listening to the YouTube stream, you're going to be about 10 to 15 seconds behind.
Yep.
Okay, maybe not quite that long.
Okay, so how do I listen to what other people are saying on the regular screen?
You should be able to listen to the StreamYard stream.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, we had this problem earlier.
Yeah. I had another decoy, just so you know, reaching out and said that they do think you have potential in being a good decoy.
100%.
Well, thank you. You know, because I do work very, very hard and I take everybody's tips and I listen and I utilize every bit of information I get. So, I mean, like, I do appreciate people helping. I, however, do not like when people bash other people or talk bad about them because they don't have knowledge of something that they're trying to learn and are passionate about.
We're not trying to bash you.
Yeah. Personally, I'm not trying to bash you at all.
Definitely not. It's not, for me, it's not about that. It's about, saving the children, and well, to give decoys an outlet, and obviously I've sort of accomplished that.
If I'm going to be honest, yeah, I am bashing Noel because he came in bashing all of us.
100%.
Let's to bash.
It came in ignoring, bashing, all kinds
How
of
did
shit.
y'all learn? By making mistakes, right?
Oh.
Hello?
Yeah. Somebody has their YouTube stream still on.
Oh, do the right
I
thing
still
was
don't have
saying
anybody
something
on.
I couldn't hear. And Erie,
Okay, well,
I'm
I'm
not
just gonna go.
Go ahead. I'm gonna be quiet. Let you talk.
I don't know how to show I can hear you other than using my other phone to be able to hear you, but
That won't work.
I just wanted to come on and say, that I think that Cass does the best she can, and I think that everybody in Erie has an issue because of the way these pedophiles and these predators are dealt with in Erie, and that it's literally like the police protect them. And maybe they're not doing it perfect or right. And I know that, even some groups have went out of town and said that, they put more effort in because they can get an arrest, or the police are willing to work with them or give them tips or anything, where in Erie, they just don't care. They don't care.
So here's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if Erie cares or not.
Thank you.
Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's looking. And it applies 100% here. What you need to do is you need to do the right thing every single time, because the one time that you fuck up is the one time that a defense attorney will be like, well, they don't always do the right thing.
Yes.
So how can we trust what they're doing right now is correct? How can we trust that the evidence that they have provided in this case is accurate and that this man should actually go to jail?
Mm-hmm. And we don't know if real victims are going to come forward in any of the cases we have. We don't know how big something's going to be. We want every chat log to be the best it can be every time. Even if we think, oh man, the cop's not going to care, the DA's not going to care. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Make it right, make it correct, and do it right.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that they do the chat log wrong because of it. I'm saying, like in Noel's defense, I think that every predator, whether it be small or big, or how long what the extent of the predator is, I think that I have a 9-year-old daughter, and I think that I don't care how old they are. If they're talking to my daughter online in any way, that they should be at least exposed for it. And I feel like that Noel, was saying, like, he just wants to get to the point. Are you a predator or are you not?
You can't do that, though.
Right, but the problem comes when you don't build a pattern. You don't age drop first. If the decoy gets sexual first, as much as Noel says that it doesn't matter, any prosecutor, any DA is going to tell you it matters. Mm-hmm. We don't bring that stuff up right off the hop. If a predator asks me or asks my decoy what I like to do, I like to play soccer, volleyball, hang out with my friends, ride my bike with my sister. It's very innocent 12-year-old.
Yes, I agree with that. That the
on alcohol or drugs.
Yes, yeah, no, like, I do agree that the catcher should not be bringing that up. I do agree with that. I'm just saying, like, his point of saying, I'm not going to sit here and entertain them if maybe you shouldn't be bringing that up to them. But if they're a predator at the beginning, they're going to be a predator if you talk to them 6 months later.
Right,
so what is the point of to keep it going rather than just go catch them and get this over with? Let's get them,
okay,
and Erie is very small. It's not a big place, so everybody knows everybody.
It's the same thing that law enforcement does when they have a crime ring that is stealing cars and running a chop shop. You sit there, you collect as much evidence as you possibly can to make everything ironclad, open and shut, and be done.
Mm-hmm. Right, but once you have that solid evidence, there will be an arrest if you have that solid evidence. Like, it doesn't matter if it's extensive or long. And I think what Erie is trying to say is that she's a mother, and it doesn't matter if the predator said, hey, I want to see your tits, or hey, I want you to come into my house and I want to have sex with you and do all these things to you. It doesn't matter if he asked for one picture of tits or if he extensively said that he wanted to have sex with this girl. He needs exposed.
I feel like, and the other thing is I feel like in Erie, that at this point it's more about getting the people to know, hey, this guy could be preying on your child, that's across the street. And I've had people that I've known be caught, and it's scary. And Erie police are not doing anything. So to say like, oh, they're not. And there's many different groups in Erie. I don't know if you like Nikki Sal. He does a great job of getting them to admit what they've done and about the child porn and all that. That does a great job with all of that. They still don't do arrests. He won't even come to. And he did live in Erie, but he doesn't even do it in Erie because of how corrupt Erie system is. So. And the people that are still doing it in Erie, it's more of, hey, let your neighbor know they're a predator. My daughter walks to the bus stop. And I need to know that I have a child molester across the street from me that isn't on Megan's Law, and I can't see that.
Oh, touchback has a good thing. It's about getting evidence, not just a quick arrest, because we all know they'll let them ride out, man. Just like
So the point. So Erie, I can understand your concern as a parent, and I am 100% behind your passion for exposing them in the effort to protect the children. What we're looking for as teams, like, and I'll speak on behalf of predator poachers, we're looking for convictions where they're going to end up behind bars so that they can't physically get near a child. And
and I agree with that. If Erie police,
so sometimes what has to happen is if there's no known victim in immediate danger, sometimes we have to play the long game. And I just had a predator in California. I had 2,700 pages worth of screenshots, and he was into so much CSAM. He told me about fantasies about one of his friend's daughters, and we ended up getting in touch with the mother. He's never even seen the child in real life. But because there was no immediate danger to a real child that we knew of, we needed to get as much out of him. He sent me videos of him doing unspeakable things to a child-sized sex doll. He sent me videos of him doing unspeakable things to my decoy pictures. And all of that adds up to evidence. And when it's presented solidly to a DA, they're going to take that up. He ended up in jail on $1 million bond.
That's crazy.
Well, and I get that. And I don't know, how far you've watched of, Ethan or Nikki Sal or, Noel's pages, how far back, but there has been and I understand Noel just started again, and maybe these chat logs aren't the greatest, and I'm not saying he does it perfect or he does it right or anybody does it. I don't think anybody on here that didn't go to school and is in law enforcement does it exactly correct. But I do know that there's been very extensive, very disturbing and disgusting predators that are even on Megan's Law, like in the top tier of Megan's Law, and they walk away.
I have one right now in a state that does not typically prosecute for civilian decoy evidence. And Alex told me today, we're going after him, and we are going to raise hell if he's not
what you do.
arrested.
Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
But,
you go. I'm
you
actually
also got
talking
to
to
remember
him.
these people,
Ethan,
these other
Ethan's
things
side.
may. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just trying
she's
to say
listening on different advice.
Well, sorry, yeah. So on Ethan's side, and then this is completely wrong, and I've been behind the scenes kind of, but I've never really been, on like a catch or done, so I've watched from the background. And, when Ethan went to Warren and got that arrest in Warren, and the guy was arrested, and he posted on his page of, how great the catch was, and how, Warren was saying what a great team he was and all that. It was literally like a day or two later, Erie police filed those charges against him and made him look as bad as they possibly could. And it's wrong because
in this particular case, my advice to Ethan and to the EPC team is maybe you need to back off Erie for a little bit, because they're trying, and again, in context, we only know one side of it. We don't know the police side of it. They're trying to get him somehow. Okay, they're trying to get him wrapped up in something. So my advice would be to go to another county close by and start focusing on that county to get the heat off of him in Erie.
Well, that's exactly why we went to Warren.
Yeah, that's what he was doing when he went to Warren.
Perfect.
And like I said, I'm not in really any of the teams. I'm just in the background, but that is why he started going to Warren and having them go to Warren, because they would do arrests. And then that's when Erie, and I'm not saying, that Ethan or Noel or any of them haven't had people on their team that, just want for clout, or, there's been idiots on both, everybody's team that are just there to be an idiot and be on, live with a bunch of followers. And I'm not going to say they haven't, but I think that for them to sit there and charge him, the day after he posts and say, like, tag everybody in Erie, was tagging Erie Police Department, and saying, like, why can't we do this? Why can't you guys do this in Erie? And it was the next day he got charged. And if you watch the clips of, the videos of those catches, and maybe they weren't done correctly, and I know there was idiots that were on there that day on the team, but that doesn't mean that the whole team is wrong for that. And I don't think that everybody should be charged for it, but that's not my place to say.
So
Cass,
I want to talk about another reason why we do the long chat logs. So a lot of places will not arrest on site, and the reason being, it could be a multitude of things. 1, no immediate harm. 2, civilian evidence. 3, they're unaccustomed to how this works, and they need to review all the evidence. Once an arrest is made, the clock starts. You only have a few hours to get everything done for an arraignment, for a basic charge, before you lose everything. So that's why the extended chat logs are so crucial, because you need enough to get at least a device seizure. Once the device is seized, that opens it up to a ton of different things.
And I know, like, Nicky Sal, I've been watching his lately, and he's, came a far way since when he started doing it. But
and you know why
even child porn, he has many of these guys admitting to child porn in their phones of real children, and they don't get arrested. Maybe I think one, but he hasn't been doing it in Erie, but he's around, James, like New York or Jamestown.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there was this guy in Erie we did a catch. He was on Megan's Law. We walked him right to the police station, gave them the clean chat log, showed them the evidence right then and there. They said, "Get out. We don't want to deal with this." They said, "We'll send you the link. You can send us that stuff that way." We walked him to the police station with a clean chat log. They told us to get out.
You got to be careful about walking them to a police station as well, because you can get in trouble for detainment, criminal confinement.
No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. We offer it to them. You can either talk to us and walk there yourself, or we can just call the cops.
Why, you shouldn't even be doing that.
Yeah,
that's called coercion.
That's blackmail.
God help us.
I don't understand how that would be blackmail at all. It's giving them a choice.
Do this, Cass, or I'm calling the police on you.
I don't think you really understand how corrupt Erie is.
Right? Yeah. I really don't think you understand how corrupt Erie is.
And I'm not listen to me. I'm calling the police.
They don't care.
It's not if you listen to me. I'm calling the police. I'm giving you the option to do this.
You an example.
Or I will call the poliase, absolutely, because that's what needs to be done.
That's cool.
I mean, regardless, at the end of them talking to them, they still, usually call the police on them.
Right here, LB.
But like I said, it's more about in Erie. It's more about getting them exposed, because they're not doing. They don't care. They do not care.
Don't be a part of the problem. That's what you guys are doing. You are becoming part of the problem.
Well, then you can come to Erie, and I want to see you get as many arrests. I want to see you get one arrest in Erie.
Has arrests in Erie.
Even the way, the right way.
The right way I do it, however you do it, the right way, and I want to see if you get an arrest.
Absolutely. Come to Erie and get arrested for us and show us how to do it, and since you guys are professionals.
Alex
No, you don't have
arrests.
to. You don't have to show us how you did it. I just want to see.
You're saying Alex. You're saying Alex. Okay, so is Alex in this chat? Because all I hear is 3 other people that are saying that they can do it in Erie that haven't been doing it in Erie.
All I'm saying is don't be the problem.
I don't choose where the Preds reach out to me from.
I don't think anything comes
targeting
predator.
and that's illegal.
The one thing that I say absolutely is that Cass and her team and Noelle's team has exposed so many people that my children have been around their whole life, not knowing they were predators. And yes, now my own children cannot see their uncle. That's how these people are. They don't care in Erie.
I get it.
I get it. Bashing.
We have laws for reasons.
So please, yes, please come get some arrests in Erie and show the cops how to do it. And I would love to hear what you have to say after the fact.
Hold on. We're not talking about that, okay? Let's do this correctly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because you keep coming at her like they're doing it all wrong. It doesn't matter how you do it. I would rather know.
Like, it seems like everybody else knows how to do it right but me, even though I work very hard and I do it correctly.
But you're not.
But I am.
She saved my children from getting touched by a predator. How is that not doing it correctly?
Yes, and that's what Noelle was saying. Like everybody on this thing is their main point is to make sure a kid isn't being touched, okay, in real life, right?
It seems like you just want to get people arrested and that's all it is. Like, we need the exposure. We need people to know who these men are. It's not just arrest. Yes, it's important.
So
can I speak for a second without being interrupted?
I'm gonna say this real quick. They're like, see, that's the confliction with 2 different types of teams. You got places like EPC and Noelle, and then you have catchers and team like predator poachers. They're one of them.
We have different missions. That's
different missions. That's a better way. But they do what they can with what they have, and I don't. It's just messed up that
patience is something you gotta learn.
I think that you have 2 people on here that live in Erie that aren't involved in these teams at all, and we're both on here telling you we've watched all of them. I've literally watched every single catch from all of these groups, and I'm not saying they've done it perfect, but I'm saying I'd rather, because I see how Erie police are. Okay.
Let me speak
I
for a
still
second.
want them to expose them instead of bashing them and telling them to stop doing it.
You're making it personal.
Can you listen to me for a second?
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You've been speaking for a while. Can I just say something really quick?
Yeah.
So when Sabrina and I are talking about Alex having arrests in Erie, the reason we're saying that is because we decoy for Alex, as in predator poachers. So basically what we're saying is we've done the legwork for Alex, and Alex shows up and does the catch based on our chat logs. So what I was saying to Cass, I don't know if you heard me when you weren't up here. What I said to Cass was that it'd be great for Ethan or Noelle or whoever to go watch a bunch of Alex's catches, watch Boots from Bikers Against Predators, watch Big Country's catches, and watch how they do the interview, because the interview is as important, if not more important, than the content of the chat logs. The chat logs are only a small portion of it. Yes, the chat logs need to be done right. There needs to be a set, like, just like Cass said, age drop within the first 3 to 5 messages. Perfect. Okay. I'm not knocking Cass's ability to decoy. Again, as I said before, I've not seen her chat logs personally, so I'm not going to tear her down for doing it right or doing it wrong. What I'm saying is, just because Erie is corrupt doesn't mean we give up on it and just go wild west
or join the corruption.
Right. So what I'm saying is, yes, be absolutely diligent about doing it the right way every time, and call them out when they don't do their job properly. That's exactly what Alex is about to do on one of my catches in a state that does not allow decoy evidence, because this guy is a registered offender and he's on for life. He's after my 12-year-old decoy and her 11-year-old best friend, and he's arranging to come meet us. This is what Sabrina was saying earlier about the whole catch with Mark, was like asking Noel, why didn't it get to the point where you let him arrange the meeting, because it shows so much more intent. And the prosecutors will, like, if it's a good prosecutor, they'll look at that information and they'll say, oh my God, like he was the one initiating all of this. And that's why we play so innocent. And I'm not saying that your kids don't deserve to be protected. 110% they deserve to be protected.
Everything.
Absolutely.
But these theory police aren't.
If it takes an extra week and he goes to prison for 10 years versus going out there and saying, oh, he wanted to screw a 15-year-old, blah, 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 and all it does is create a frenzy on social media for 6 months, and then people start forgetting about it.
Yeah. You allowed your personal feelings to navigate everything instead of doing it correctly.
Right. So what we're saying is, if we do it right, if we do it the right way every time, then I mean, there's counties that Alex has been to that wouldn't take his cases in the beginning, and now they'll eat out of his hand because he's been consistent. He's done it the best way the best way that we can figure to do it.
He gets sit downs with attorney generals of the entire state.
Yeah, like he's about to sit down with the attorney general for South Carolina to try and get some traction there, because like one of my predators, who was an RSO, a choice registered RSO, was trying to meet me, and he chose to go with them to the sheriff's office, and the sheriff's office wouldn't do anything. So now we're at the point where he's getting a meeting with the attorney general to try and get things changed. So we're not saying we're not saying that Erie's not corrupt. It very well could be. Like, there are corrupt areas, and we have one in Montana that just the police won't even show up. But the other thing that we were saying is telling there's another catcher who very frequently says to me, or not says to me, says to the predator, you can talk to me or I'll call the cops. Any good attorney, like any good lawyer, can look at that and say that confession was given under duress, and then that will negate everything. And that's what we're trying to help you with, is that we're not saying you're doing it horrible. We're saying there might be a better way. And so if a confession is not given under duress, like if you notice, you'll never hear Alex say, either you do this or I'm going to call the cops. In fact, when they say, well, are you going to get the cops involved? Are you going to call the cops? He says, I'm not here for that, which is complete bullshit.
And I get that. I get that. And I think that, on a lot of these catches in Erie, that the catchers are treated worse than the pedophiles. And that's just
right. So
that's disgusting to me.
And that's what we're saying, is we're just trying to say, let's all team together and get on the same wavelength, so that we can achieve the best results and make changes for the better. Because honestly, a 1 hour exposure on YouTube or Facebook, honestly, is not going to be as effective as a conviction.
Right, but you guys are not. You guys are just sitting here telling Cass to throw away her phone and that she's not doing it right. I think you guys need to be a mentor instead of judging or anything, because I'm sure.
I said throw away her phone if she's on Telegram. She doesn't need to be on Telegram.
But
that's the smallest part of
but that's the thing. That's all part of learning is using these apps.
Yes, you don't need to use Telegram for what you've been using it for.
Yeah,
we're telling you it's a bad app to be on. It will give you
like what the heck do you use Telegram for then if you're not going to catch predators on it? Like I understand the number to add a number in there.
Yep.
I must not understand Telegram well enough. If you guys think that it's that bad, I know many predator groups that use Telegram and they get exposures from it. There's no reason that I shouldn't be able to figure it out and use it correctly.
You look at orange.
There's a lot of risk to you as a civilian using Telegram if you're not well versed in it. There's so much
that's
bad
all
stuff.
part of learning, and that's why you don't do it the wrong way and say, hey, police officer, can you please arrest this guy when I have this terrible chat log on Telegram?
But what you need to focus on the fundamentals before you get into the deep end.
I would never recommend Telegram.
Of ends.
Ever.
I get what you guys are saying, but I literally had children around their uncle, that was a sicko, and Cass and them got him off the, exposed off the streets,
Right, and I respect that, but that has nothing to do with Telegram. So, Cass, let me ask you this. Have you changed any of your settings on Telegram?
I don't think you should say this right here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yes, I have changed my settings on Telegram.
Let's just leave it there. Let's leave it there.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to tell her though?
Do not.
It's not her. It's not her.
On here? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just because on here other people.
Yeah, because you don't want the predators. Yeah, I get it.
Exactly. If Cass didn't change them and she wanted to know, I'd be happy to talk to her offline and tell her.
Why don't you guys offer to mentor her and give her your numbers if she has questions? You see her doing something wrong.
I did offer to help her earlier, and I don't know if you heard that.
Well, yeah, I think you have been pretty nice. I think that I don't know who it is, but that lady laughing at her and saying, "Well, I'm not going to help her. Give her my information."
Sabrina, she is abrasive.
I didn't say anything like
Sabrina
that.
can be abrasive. I'm be honest.
I've been laughing at her and talking shit to her the entire time.
I don't know the shit. I just said you look in orange. If you don't understand Telegram and you don't understand what you're getting into,
did you understand it when you first got on there?
I didn't get in there until I was told about it.
Oh, did you
understand? That's my point. That's all part of the learning process.
Yeah, but I didn't get on there.
So,
and I haven't been using the app.
You decoyed on it, Mark.
Oh my Lord. Like I said, this was back in August when I first started learning about this stuff, and I haven't since.
I get it. The problem
and I don't know about
EBC,
EBC, but I know a lot of these
go to jail because of Telegram. Cops don't like Telegram.
It's not going to help you. I would rather be put in jail than have one of these babies being touched.
Okay, but if you're in jail, your kids aren't safe.
Yeah, they do. They have a perfectly great dad.
Oh, well, are you sure you're not helping them? You don't help kids by being incarcerated.
So
I think you're more, and I understand like the incarceration and you want, convictions. I get that. But I think that,
we don't
our kids out here that's just not possible in Erie.
So,
and I think as a community, we're more
like I said, I really would like other predator groups to try to go to Erie and get arrested because they'll just end up getting arrested themselves.
Yeah.
Predator poachers has. So,
Manny, stop making shit up.
Actually, I did watch one. I did watch one with Nikki Saw. I'm not sure what group it was. It was out in Waterford, which is right outside of Erie. It's like still part of Erie, state police. And he didn't get an arrest.
Yeah, that was that's
we will go to Erie. We have a friend in Erie.
That kid that is in Waterford I live in Waterford, okay? And that kid his name was Anthony Peace, and he was around my children.
Oh, well, I didn't know. I just know that one of these bigger guys, I think it's like Big Country or something, one of them were on this catch with Nikki Sal, and there was no arrest made.
Oh, I think that was EPC.
I think I know the problem.
I went with Nikki on one in Tiffin, Ohio.
The problem I think I'm noticing is that we're well versed in the dangers and you guys aren't. And I'm apologizing for that because we have to assume that people know and watch Alex and people hear about Telegram and how dangerous, because, child pornography is not to fuck with.
Well, maybe somebody should start a group of training these.
So I just want to say something real quick about. Hey, I want to say something real quick about Telegram. So I actually know a few people that don't do predator catching or are not decoys at all, that are actually just family friends that are like definitely older in age, and they use Telegram daily, and they have never got arrested, and they have seen stuff from people, but they have never entertained anybody or got arrested for any of that.
Okay,
I will say some people don't go out looking for it. Like when you use that app, if you look for it, it will come to you. If that's what you're looking for, it will come to you.
Hold on. To your point, that's like saying everybody that's on Telegram is bad. No, not everybody on Telegram is bad. That's like me saying that everybody that carries a gun is going to kill somebody.
They're awful.
Right. So me being on Telegram, not using Telegram, but navigating it and learning how to use it is absolutely okay.
No, you're interrupting. What I'm getting at with that is you don't have the proper training on how to handle it. That's the same as everybody that is out there carrying a gun. I hope to God has some sort of training on it.
Literally, okay, it doesn't matter if you're Joe Blow from down the street. If you receive child porn, you call the cops. That doesn't mean that they know how to handle that, but that's what they would do.
So, I know that Nick has worked
for being a proud gun owner and a license to carry. I myself, whenever I got my gun, I never knew how to use it until my old man taught me.
Okay, so I think that, and I could be wrong, I'm not really sure. And then I know Nick has worked with like some people from out of state that have taught him some things, but maybe he's referring to this as the Telegram thing when he talks about when he's talking to the predators. He's like, you fell down the rabbit hole, and and that's how he brings up the child porn. I'm not sure if that's what you guys are talking about with the Telegram. But
since you brought this up, that's how Nikki has gotten better. He watches Alex, he watches Boots, he watches me. He openly has conversations with us. Nikki's actually in my inbox right now. That's why Nikki has gotten better. But you guys are shutting down everything that we're trying to give the tip on, saying that we're just being fucking pricks. And guess what? I got to be at work in 4 hours. I'm done.
Yeah, me too. I'm getting ready to call my parents.
We're saying you guys are being pricks or anything. I think that
I'm
you're not really
being
explaining it to her. Like you're just saying like, oh, Telegram is bad, you shouldn't be on there, instead of saying, explaining like, hey, Nick does it this way, when he's referring to we're down the rabbit hole. He's meaning because other people can send you child porn. You can get in trouble for that.
So
Cass can get in trouble because these people are sending her child porn. And
yes, we have said that, and Cass has argued to the contrary to that. So as far as I'm concerned, go have fun with Telegram.
What I am saying is, if I was just anybody on the street, like if I was somebody that doesn't know about Telegram, downloads it, somebody sends me child porn. I've never used Telegram.
I've never had that happen.
Listen to me. I've never used Telegram before.
Excuse me?
I
don't know who you think you are, but you don't tell me to listen to you.
Mandy, how dare you?
Did you not want to hear what I had to say?
You're repeating yourself. And I understand
No,
what
I'm
you're
not
saying.
repeating myself. I'm making a point, and you didn't let me finish. So do you want to hear what I have to say?
I'm going to say Mandy privately. Don't you worry.
just let her finish, Mandy. And,
right. And so if I was just anybody on the street and I was using Telegram, received child porn, I would call the cops. That's what anybody would do. That might not be how you take care of it, and I don't know that, and I am trying to learn that, but just anybody on the street, that's what they would do and how they would take care of it. And you're saying that that's wrong. And that you can get in trouble for that. But like it's literally anybody.
I never said that. I never said that. That was Big Country that said that. So
okay, that's what I'm saying. It was said.
Okay, so what I'm saying to you is Telegram is a horrible app. They do not comply with any kind of police warrants, and it is a cesspool. So for your own safety, because you are working with predators, okay, and that's the caveat, because you're working with predators when you're on Telegram, like if you're talking to somebody, you're talking to a potential predator, the chances of you receiving illegal content is exponentially higher. Okay, so to protect yourself, I don't recommend you going on there. I've had Telegram for about a year now. I've been decoying for almost 2 years.
I got banned.
So,
yeah. I obviously
okay. Hold on.
Telegram since August.
Come on. You wanted me to let you speak, so just hang on. So what I'm saying is, I use Telegram strictly to see if a predator is on there and active. And once I determine whether they are or are not on there, I close it because I have no need to talk to anybody on Telegram. If somebody like Joe Blow Public wants to use Telegram for what it's intended for, there's nothing wrong with that. And because I don't reach out to anybody on Telegram, like I don't reach out to predators, my risk of receiving any illegal content again is exponentially lower. But if you're communicating with anybody that could be in that realm, your chances are so much higher because it is encrypted. Things like Facebook Messenger, if they send it, they're going to get flagged almost immediately. Okay, so we're trying to protect you because, I mean, what it boils down to, and this goes for anybody, you don't know what you don't know. Okay, so if you don't know how to use it, I wouldn't be trying to do anything decoy related with it until you're very well versed in it, and then start the decoying stuff.
And I will say the majority of the time, the people, like, you do get a predator, you find somebody they talk, and and the predator you are talking to has Telegram. It's like 9 times out of 10, they usually have the CP and all this type stuff. See, Sam?
Sorry, was that a question for me?
It's better off for you not to talk to somebody on there because the chances of you getting child porn sent to you is much higher. Talking to them.
Exactly, and that's all my point was with it. And I think, despite his approach, Max's point was the same. Is that if you're not 100% certain what you're doing with it and you're not well versed, the safest thing for you is to not use it.
That's why I haven't used it since August.
Or don't use it in that capacity.
And I think more of you explaining it to her like that is more respectable than laughing at her and saying you should just throw your phone away.
Well, I wasn't the one that did
and
that.
saying pretty much, you idiot, what are you doing?
I wasn't the one saying that or doing that.
And we're going to help you.
But wait, when you get garbage sent to you, throw the fucking thing away. You don't want that in possession. That's what he's saying. You don't want that in possession. It's disgusting.
Right.
Yes,
so
that's not the point, though.
Yes, he's saying if you had it, throw that fucking thing away.
Yeah. So
if you have it, you should go through the right avenues and contact people to get it taken care of.
No,
Fuck that. fucking report it and get the fucking rid of that device. I'm not keeping a device with that.
Yeah,
you can't get rid of it.
Dude, if it's tagged to that, you're up the river. If
Yeah,
if,
you can't get rid of that.
You're up shit creek without a paddle if that happens.
Yeah.
And
if anybody tells you can get rid of it, they lied to you. You can't get rid of that shit.
For anybody who thinks,
and you got to remember your name is always will be like your number or name will be linked to that.
Yeah,
device.
thank God I've never had to deal with any of that.
Yeah, the cops can have it.
We have.
Yeah.
And
I got rid of it.
We know how scary it is to go through that.
I got a predator.
Obviously, that's why I have been making a lot of changes and being smart, and I haven't used Telegram since August of last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna exit this. Y'all enjoy. Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta head out myself because it's getting pretty late here.
I didn't realize we were going to go almost 3 hours. So this is not what this whole thing was intended.
3.5 hours last time.
Yeah, but this is not what this was intended for. And
yeah, I think it just went south once she mentioned her fiance was Ethan.
I think it went south before that. But like I said, Ethan has been making a lot of changes, and it's kind of sad that people can't really see him for the person that he is and trying to be, and the changes he's trying to make, because nobody's perfect. Neither are you. So, everybody has room for improvement, and he's going to do what he can to keep our kids safe because he is a great person.
I for sure want him to see him get out there and make a difference, and kids' life, and and do the best he can with his abilities he has, and just and keep the people, the children off the street for sure.
So
I'm not the children, but the predators off the street. But you might want to keep your kids off the street too anymore.
So
yeah, I got the truth.
Let me close with this. I have not made any judgment on Ethan. I don't know Ethan. I've never watched any of his stuff. I've heard his name. No, I don't disagree with that. I've heard his name, but I'm not passing any judgment on him because I don't know him.
You've been the only one that was kind of respectful towards her through this whole thing. If you want me to be honest with you, you're the only one.
You know what? It's the Canadian in me. So.
He's a boot. He's a boot to say a boot. Hey.
Well, no, I was just going to apologize for being nice because that's what we do up here. So no, I mean, like, you know what? I personally believe that you're going to catch more flies with honey than vinegar. I can't control how anybody else conducts themselves. I was on a panel the other night on Short Bus's panel with Noel, and Noel personally is very hard for me to speak to because he's a lot like somebody else that I know in my life who thinks that if I talk over you and I talk louder and I just bully my way through there, that I'm going to be more right. And I'm not saying that's how he is. I'm saying that's how it comes across. There's a big difference between those. And
yeah, I think Cass is just learning, just like everybody in this. And some people take want to learn rather than think they know everything. But I think that Cass,
right, and I think that you learn with baby steps, not jumping in feet first. And I'm just going to use Telegram, Signal, Teleguard, Zangi, any of those as an example. Like, honestly, when I first got Telegram, I was scared to death of it. I made sure to change the appropriate settings that I needed to change. We'll leave it at that. Simply because we don't know who's watching this. If Cass wants to hit me up on Instagram, I'll just warn you, I'm not the most responsive on Instagram. Sorry. You can find me at Decoy Mandy. If there's advice that I can give, like, there is no, unless you're with CPP, there is no training program for this. And ultimately what it boils down to is you have to find what works best for you. What works best for me may not work best for you. I strongly encourage you to change up your decoy pictures, and not use your own pictures.
Yeah, if that's a problem, absolutely. Because like I said, I don't need to be getting in any kind of trouble. I'm a single mom of 2, like I'm here at home constantly just doing what I got to do to be a mom and keep my children safe. So like, I want to do everything the right way. Absolutely.
Right.
I've never been on a live in my life, and I just felt the need. Like they were just being very rude to her, and she does try her best. So, and I'm not part of any group. I just thought it was very rude. So I thought, get on here and defend her like Erie is. And I'm not saying every couple, but 99% of them.
I will say you did come up to a group that is very willing to help you and be able to some way mentorish type thing, hopefully to be a better decoy, and because we just, I mean, that's what we're ultimately here for, is to protect the children and keep them safe.
Yeah,
like I'll tell you the same thing that I had to tell somebody else recently. I don't have the time to be a full-time mentor. I work typically 60 hours a week or more, and I decoy almost full-time on top of that. If there's some quick questions that you have, I'm more than happy to answer them. I can understand you being defensive with what Sabrina and Max were saying, and their approach. It's not my approach, but you know what? Everybody's personality is different. Just like yours is different than mine, is different than Noel's, is different than Ethan's. That's what makes us who we are. I don't question that your heart is in the right place. I don't question that for 1 second. I would encourage you to continue to learn, continue to grow, take some time and watch some of the other decoys. Like I said, watch some of Sabrina's stuff, watch some of Sammy's stuff. There's so much you can learn from watching the other decoys. That's honest to God how I got started. I was nervous as hell when I first started.
I follow probably 30, 40 groups on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I watch people's stuff, and that is why I dived feet first into this, because I am dealing with a predator myself, and I just felt like this was something that I really wanted to do and I needed to do, and there's no time for waiting. I learned my mistakes early and quick, and I changed those mistakes. And since then, I have done nothing but work very hard and do great work. And honestly, I feel like if whoever wants to give me tips, sure, go for it. But just be ready, because I'm going to surpass most of you. I am doing wonderful, and nobody's going to tell me any different.
You know what? I want you to surpass me. I want that.
And it is really hard also to listen to like other people that want to like laugh. I'm not saying you, I'm just saying like other people, because it's outside of just this group, like community members. There's haters that people want to laugh, and that is no help. That's no help at all to anybody, and it really just makes you look bad. Like, I am listening to law enforcement, and I have been talking to state representatives myself, and attorney generals also. So I have connections as well, not just watching predator catchers. Nobody knows who I am, who I talk to. So the things that I've done in the past and those short couple months that I've made mistakes were quickly changed. And it's going to continue to just get better and better. So anybody that wants to speak bad on me, again, not saying you, anybody at all, community, other groups, they can go right ahead, because in the end, I'm going to be the one that shows everybody how to do it right.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I have helped train probably 2 or 3 other, like at least 2, maybe 3 other decoys. my goal is always for them to surpass me. And Madison is one of those decoys that I helped, the one whose comment is pinned there. And Madison's an awesome decoy. I helped train Sam Squatch, WPP, and the best advice that I can give you is be coachable, but be cautious who you let coach you, because not everybody is going to have the best advice.
Right. And that it's also part of just being a good person and like doing the right thing, because everybody, I mean, you should have common sense. When I started doing chat logs, I didn't really, I got a very vague idea of how to do it, and I just started. And I kind of just went off of how would I be innocent, an innocent child, and how would I get something out of this without doing it for the wrong reasons or doing it the wrong way. And it seems like what I have done has gotten good results.
Right. So and that's the thing, is to always strive for better results,
Right.
which I don't doubt you're going to do.
Right.
Like I choose very carefully who I let coach me. Like for instance, and I'm only picking on Noel because of the chat logs that I actually read. Okay. If Noel stepped up and said that he wanted to coach me, I would say thanks, but no thanks. Okay. If you can get somebody like Sabrina or Sam Squanch, myself, those are 3 decoys that I know of that have some proven results. Listen to those people. If you could get in touch with Sammy from Decoys for Kids, Sammy is an amazing decoy. If you can learn anything from her, you need to listen to her. She knows her shit. Just be cautious who you let speak into you, because it can lead you down a wrong path.
Right.
And that's what I don't want to see that happen to you.
Not just the wrong path.
That won't, no matter who says what to me, I'm not going to go down a wrong path, because I myself am a good person and know right from wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the wrong path, but a dangerous path that, I know you want to do good and everything, and I don't even know what the hell's happened to this, and I didn't expect this to be like this, so I'm kind of almost at a loss for words again, so.
Oh, that's not possible for you, Short Bus.
Oh, right here, even the WAPs, they're a good group. But definitely, I'll see if I can't maybe get in contact with somebody to help you moving forward if you want to. If not, I mean that's up to you and how you want to your group to be ran or whatever. I don't know.
Absolutely. I'm always open to talking to people. I'm very understanding, very open to ideas and tips. Anything to better what I'm doing for myself and for my community, I will absolutely take advantage of.
Yeah, like I said, if you're on Instagram, hit me up at Decoy Mandy. I can't guarantee that I'll be the most responsive, but I'll certainly try. Like I said, I want to see every decoy out there surpass me, and then it be a race between all of us to see who can surpass each other next.
Yeah, I definitely think that is good, and all in good faith. No anger or hatred behind it. I am not like that. I want the best for everybody. I hope everybody continues to get these awesome catches and great arrests. I wish I could. Unfortunately, Erie County doesn't ever like to work with us, but we're going to keep trying. We're going to keep fighting till they do something about it.
Exactly. Go in with solid chat logs. Go in with solid interviews, and it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time. You know, just keep at it. If you need to, go to the next county over. You know, because you might start seeing different results. And not only that, if you start seeing better results in other counties, that's going to help your morale, that's going to help your outlook on things, and it's going to give you even more determination to make Erie better.
Yeah, that's really why we started going to like Warren County and other places, and then it's like right after we went to Warren is when they smacked these charges down and kind of, you know, shut us down. But little do they know, there's still people behind the scenes doing work. Like, it might not be right online for everybody, but there's still stuff getting done. So like, the Erie Police Department, Erie law enforcement in general, they're all corrupt. I really, really hope that they do something about it. And I pray to God somebody will bring them a good chat log and they actually arrest somebody, but I haven't seen it yet.
Mm, definitely. It's that's what sucks, that where you're wanting to catch at, you know, when they are in a corrupt way, that it really hurts the catchers also, wanting to get these people time and stuff, and all basically end up doing, um, uh, not getting the arrest or convictions that they want when the DA or whoever won't listen to what they have.
Yeah, you know, and they really do. They protect these people. Like even with this case with Ethan with the gun, the guy that brought the gun, it is 100% illegal to bring a gun over state lines unless you have the right permissions for it, and to a public park at that. Yes, he had a license to carry, but he did not use it correctly by crossing the state lines, and he was not charged with a single thing.
Mm.
And he even admitted in court, he testified under oath that he was there meeting a minor for sex with a loaded gun and crossed state lines. He testified in court to it, and he still didn't get charged.
That's definitely Erie, PA for you.
It's crazy. It's
It
crazy.
is really hard when there's like, I had probably about 15 predators in Erie that were like ready to meet or wanting to meet very soon. And half of those people were like, I don't have gas. I don't have a way out there. Can you come to me? And at the time, I was an hour away. You know, it's not that easy for me to just get to Erie when it's an hour away. I got all these guys that want to meet, but they won't come to me. I can't get arrested in Erie. I kind of need them to come to me. You know, it's been conflicting.
Mm. That's wild how it works out like that. I'm like on the tired side. I don't know.
Yeah, I am too. I think I've about had a night here, and I'll probably give you a call tomorrow, Short Bus.
Oh, please do, and we'll see if we can't work something else. And
just be careful he doesn't bitch button you.
Yeah. Don't. That's the only person I use it on is Decoy Mandy, though.
He's just upset that I'm gender fluid.
You just have Mandy. You just have a manly voice for me sometimes.
Well, that's why my name is Mandy. It's short for Amanda because I'm a man. Duh.
That's a good one.
See, like Javier, I really wish Javier could come up here also, because he's more into the side of how like corrupt like Erie police really is, and I really hate that he wasn't able to come up here and tell us that type of situation.
Well, we'll have to get him on and see if we can get his something situated so he can get back on there. My phone dropped his call and I have it on the charger, so maybe we can hear from him again soon.
I really hope so, and I can't let too many people up, because it seems like a lot of arguments go on, and that's not what, or feel like some people may feel respected and stuff, and that's not what this is about. It's about bringing a community together and doing it the best way that we can.
Yeah, like I know Sabrina and Big Country well enough to know that I don't believe there was any malicious intent behind what they were saying. It may not have come across the best way, but in the end, hopefully we all want the same goal and we're all after the same mission. Personally, I'm more for a conviction than I am for an exposure.
Which exposures do have their place in certain situations, and I for sure can understand that, but
right, and I understand that also, and I honestly am more for arrests than just exposures also. I really hope that it goes more that way than how it is going now, because man, I would love to see these guys get put away and not be able to end up back in my chat logs, because it happens.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, I am more for the arrest too, but I know Cass and them did do, like I said, a catch on my brother, and he's on Megan's Law, and they did absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's, like I say, that's a situation we're about to face in a couple days with one of my predators, because of the state that he's in, and I don't know if they're going to arrest. Fortunately, we know who his parole officer is, so there's other avenues that we can work if the police choose not to do anything.
I know I totally forgot to link Javier's because YouTube. It got sidetracked, and I'm sorry, Javier. I'm on a
we are on the short bus.
100%.
Well, I am really, really glad that this conversation got back on track and to where it should be, and not so heated and hostile. I really don't like that environment. I don't like being talked to like that. I'm a very nice person when I'm treated nicely. I don't like being laughed at. I can be very understanding and very, I don't like to act like a child about serious things. So I'm glad that it got back to where it was. And I thank you, Decoy Mandy and Short Bus, and the community that's on here for supporting, me and being nice, and all your kind words and tips that you've had to say.
Yeah, she said, do you have anybody? So they weren't, so you didn't feel bullied. Like I said, I never lied in my life.
I 100% felt bad because, we had like 3 people up here, and she was having to fend and herself and in a certain way, and that that will cause being stressed. I mean, 100%.
Yeah. That's why, like, I wanted to join, because I know what it's like being in Erie and how corrupt this.
Yeah, anybody in Erie will tell you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my mom was even behind the scenes watching, and she chimed in, and she opened the door, was like, what is going on? Like, why are these people being like this to you? I'm like, I have no idea who they even are.
Well, because when you look at Ethan's charges, and then as soon as you said he was your fiance, and when somebody looks at those charges and they don't know, behind the scene things, it doesn't look good. But once you really know,
well, and there's also a lot of people that don't like Ethan. He's got a lot of haters, but just like when I first joined the group, I've got people I don't even know talking crap about me about stuff in my life I didn't even know happened. So I'm always gonna stick up for myself and for Ethan, because yes, he's made mistakes, but he has made a lot of changes to be a good person.
Definitely.
So again, the perceived association with Noel and the way he comes across with it, unfortunately, like I said, like Sabrina said, like Max said, unfortunately, it's gonna cast a negative shadow on you, and you know, I think that your heart's in the right place. I don't know if I can say that for the others or the other.
Yeah. Well, see,
individuals up on
there's
the
been a
panel.
negative shadow over me since before EPC. And I've worked hard even just to get my reputation back before then. And that's what I'm trying to do now is to just show everybody that, right, I'm with these people that have haters. I've had haters in the past, but we all can change and do better. So
When
I
understand when people say that, you know, that, well, this person taught me, and they're, you know, somebody from out of town that doesn't know Erie doesn't get it, that yes, they might have started like doing a decoy with, you know, Ethan or Noel, but that they went their separate ways for a reason. Like Noel and Ethan do not work side by side with their catches. They don't know about each other's catches. Like none of that. They do it all on their own, separate. They might have started with each other, but they went separate ways for a reason.
Exactly.
But somebody from the outside, from out of town, who doesn't know, and they're just hearing like, "Oh, I started with Ethan, or I started with Noel." It looks like it's just big, one huge, whole messed up situation, and that's not what it is.
Definitely move on from the haters, because the more attention you give them, the more they'll put hate on you. That's facts.
The thing is with that though, I love the haters because they're what make me famous, right? They share our videos, they comment just like everybody else. Keep it coming.
Is that more of the trolls? We around
the trolls.
You always got to feed the trolls.
Always got to.
Definitely. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down, and I really appreciate everybody coming up here. And I mean, I hope, I don't know, but I hope it can get better from here.
Well, thank you, Short Bus, for having me. I enjoyed it for the most part.
Yeah, I hope you did have a good time. At least, I don't know. I know you had to feel singled out and disrespected.
I still got a smile on my face. I'm good.
Oh, I mean, one day you can be as famous as Short Bus. So
maybe I hope one day I'm as famous as you, Short Bus.
And no, that is not my fire alarm. People have been commenting about a fire alarm.
I think that's Erie's place has a low battery and a smoke detector. I'd highly encourage you to change the batteries, please.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and kick you all. I appreciate you, and definitely we can get together after this, and we can try to at least try something different where you can get more of the message that you want to get out, because I feel like I don't feel like you got the message out that you wanted to get out. So I'm definitely up for having you back up and get that message out that you wanted to, about how Erie is corrupted, and how you feel like Ethan is being targeted by the police there, and that things need to change there. I can agree 100%.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
On that note, everybody check your kids' devices, check Grandpa's devices, and for the love of God, check Short Bus's devices.
Have a good night, everybody.
You too.
You too.
Okay, that's a crazy situation. I don't even know what the hell happened. Okay, so oh my God. No, please don't. I appreciate you, Javier, man. I linked your stuff. I hope you do get a few subs anyway. And I don't know what the hell just went on. That's like being like a couple. No, here now. Max Term is messaging me, so I know I said something wrong. First bus, it feels that way. Oh, I'm just gonna say that. I thought I'm gonna keep him from studio. We'll have to start another live maybe tomorrow and go over a couple things, I believe, and I'm just gonna have to wind down because this is like I only got like 5 minutes before I can like. It's like for 3 hours and 30 minutes again. I didn't mean to go this long. Give me a minute. I'm winding down. Oh, you want the cam back? Okay, there we go. So what do you all guys think? No, if you want to super chat, definitely my cash out, shortbus122, or you can go to Rumble and you're able to do it there. Right now, I'm hopefully pretty soon I'll get my monetization, so reinstate. Not aware that Nate is here. Oh, did you throttle him? Oh, Just like 5 more minutes. Give me hang on. The damn yeah, if you definitely click the like because it really does help. And I usually don't like ask that very much, but it might help. Yeah, and yeah, I mean I usually don't ask that or basically go sub to my. I hate to promote myself. I'm just not really like that, but definitely go if you're on Rumble. Definitely hit the join button and join my locals because that's where all the exciting stuff goes down. To be honest, Donald is not. Nate. Let's see. Hang on. Yeah. A lot of people don't like Noel. I mean, what I'm saying is a lot of people don't like the way he decoy chats. Not that they don't like Noel. I don't think they like the way he um done the decoy chats because he's able to talk really well. Owns a racetrack. Oh, I don't click. Sound corrupt. You should start a Jewish fundraising campaign. I should have asked Alex to come up here. That would have been crazy too. That'd have been wild. 380. Yeah, definitely don't be bad to 80. So I shouldn't have. Don't worry if he gets out of line, I will take it back. Oh, thank you, Big Country, for coming up here, man. I really appreciate you. Maybe possibly tomorrow, John. I mean, you can come up and give your side, or Saturday, like we talked about, man. Because I mean, I'm just the facilitator. Big Country, I have to. I usually don't like to give out a lot of wrenches, but I do love Big Country, so there we go. Now I'll need the favor returned on your channel. The your big country. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm supposed to listen to the clip. Oh, Dougie said don't give Big Country a wrench too. The only thing I ask from my mods is don't, unless it's a dox, just let it go because I believe in free speech basically. 80. Damn, I have to. I don't get that, but okay, 80 is the last one since you've been there a long time, man. I trust you. So, no more wrenches. Oh, no, I'm no more wrenches. That was wild, man. But yeah, okay, 38 seconds, and I'm 20 seconds, and I'm ending it. So you can basically time people out and stuff like that. Yeah, you have 80, 100%. 5 seconds. Nay. Okay, I'm over 3:30. So everybody have a blessed night. I'm going ahead and end this. Bye.